하는 선수. 자, 오늘 여럿이 있어요. MBC 히어로에서는 이재우와 연보성 선수가 있고 최근에 박주범 선수도 이제 잘해주고 있어요.
네, 뭐 김재훈 선수도 자신의 몫을 다 해주는 이런 프로토스로 성장을 했기 때문에 지난 그 위너스 리그 시즌보다 지금 현재 MBC 게임 히어로 팀의 위너스 리그 멤버들이 훨씬 더 강해졌다고 봐야 될 것 같습니다.
네.
이재우 선수도 2라운드 때까지는 뭐 절반 정도의 승률을 거둬주고 있었습니다만은 뭐 이 3라운드 들어와서는 승자 연전 방식에서 워낙 강한 모습을 보여주고 있거든요.
그렇죠. 이 탑4 자, 연보성을 시작으로 이재우, 김재훈, 고석현 선수. 연보성 선수가 그래도 그나마 괜찮은 건 패패패를 끊었어요.
예, 게다가 또 이 박수범 선수까지도 크게 활약을 해주고 있는 상황.
예.
이 탑5를 뽑아도 될 만큼 이제는 좀 주전 선수들이 확실히 뭔가 좀 잘해주고 있는 상황이라고 볼 수 있겠습니다.
네, 고석현 선수가 지금 상승세 달리고 있죠.
네.
10승 7패, 최근 프로리그에서 패승승승이에요.
네, 뭐 이재우 선수가 패승하고 있습니다만은 컨디션 자체가 아예 나쁜 것이 아니고 그리고 이제 승자 연전 방식에서 강한 면모가 있었기 때문에 뭐 3킬 그 이상을 좀 기대를 해봐도 될 것 같고
네.
경기가 이제 끝까지 접전으로 갔을 때 연보성 선수 정도의 선수가 나와서 또 마무리를 해줄 수 있기 때문에 MBC 게임 히어로팀 승자 연전 방식에서 강한 모습을 보여줄 것 같습니다.
네, 자, 이재우 선수와 연보성, 김재훈, 고석현 선수의 현재 상태를 살펴봤습니다. 네, 고석현 선수는 이 4명 선수 중에서 가장 좋은 페이스를 달리고 있어요.
예, 뭐 사실 그 가장 불안한 카드 중에 하나였었는데 고석현 선수가 지난 그 라운드 마지막 그 막판을 화려하게 또 불태워주다 보니까
예.
최근 그 분위기는 가장 좋다라고 평할 수 있겠네요.
예. 자, 여유 있는 연보성 선수와 김재훈 선수. 이 경기 내에서 이 긴장하는 모습이 거의 사라졌습니다, 이제는. 자, 이에 맞서는 웅진스타즈. 저희 체제가 구축된 이후에 좋은 상황을 좀 맞이했습니다만 2라운드 때 죽을 썼어요.
예, 뭐 대부분의 주전 선수들이 그 부진에 빠졌었죠. 또 이 1라운드 때 너무나도 잘했던 이 선수들이 2라운드 때 그 승부를 많이 따내지 못하다 보니까
예.
이건 지금 그 5명 정도 되는 이 주전 선수들의 승수를 따져보자면은 10등을 찍은 선수가 3명밖에 되지 않고 있습니다. 일단 그 윤용수 선수의 그 9등, 임정현 선수의 8등, 여기서 1승과 2승씩 더하게 되면 이제
네.
10등 대열에 합력이 됐는데 먼저 그 부분부터 해결을 해야 되겠죠.
자, 탑4. 자, 김명훈과 박상우, 김민철, 윤홍태가 지금 팀을 이끌고 있는데
네.
전체적으로 이 성적이 뭐 좋지 못해요.
예, 박상우 선수가 최근에 프로리그 안에서 3연승을 달려주고 있습니다만은 개인 리그에서는 패배를 기록을 하면서 전체적인 컨디션이 지금 보이는 것보다 약간 나쁠 수도 있다라는 불안감이 없지 않아 있기는 합니다만은
네.
그래도 이 박상우 선수 프로리그 안에서는 잘해주고 있기 때문에 분명히 자신의 역할 제대로 해줄 만한 선수고 문제는 나머지 선수들이 승패 혹은 패 뭐 이런 식으로 기록을 하면서 한 경기는 잡아줍니다만은 그 다음 경기에서 반드시 패하는 이런 모습이 좀 보여지고 있거든요.
예.
전체적으로 경기를 마무리하는 능력이 약간 떨어진 웅진스타즈입니다. 선수들의 실력 자체는 의심할 여지가 없는 좋은 선수들로 구성이 되어 있지만 선수들이 마무리를 못하다 보니까 끝까지 접전까지 가다 보면은 항상 마무리를 못해서 패배를 하는 아쉬운
네.
순간들이 2라운드 때 너무나도 많았었어요.
예, 이 마무리 부분에서 이 윤영태 선수가 좀 아쉬움이 크게 남을 거예요. 최근에 엑스텍스와의 경기에서도 2패를 기록하지 않았습니까?
예, 그때 이번 시즌 그 초반 때의 그 감을 다시 한번 찾게 되냐면은 윤용수 선수도 또 이 자리를
We'll see if this is
Yeah.
working.
좀 상황을 만들어낼 수 있겠는데
그렇죠.
박상우 선수와 더불어서 좀 외로운 그런 상황이라고 볼 수 있거든요. 저그라인 쪽에는 좀 여러 명의 선수가 같이 커버를 해줄 수 있겠습니다만 윤용수 선수의 활약이 심합니다.
Playing so much music now, I'm gonna get a huge flag, but that's okay.
김봉준 선수밖에 없어요. 자, 그리고 테라는 이 박상우
어떤 그 활약을 기대하는 의미에서
Are the names right? Light versus really?
박상우 선수
Yeah.
지금 웅진스타즈에서 최근에 프로리그 3연승을 거둔 유일한 선수죠.
네.
Okay, let's just double check the sound volume
1사
here.
경기 태양의 제국에서 시작됐습니다. 먼저 보는 1시에 MBC 게임 히어로 이재우 선수의 진영입니다.
Good.
1시는 이재우 선수고요.
Looks good. Feels good. Tastes good.
5시 파란색 테란입니다.
네, 두 선수 모두 다 테란전에서 좋지 않은 성적을 갖고 있습니다. 두 선수 10경기 성적이 모두 다 4승 6패인데 박상우 선수는 그래도 최근에는 승리가 더 많은 이런 모습이었어요. 원래 테란전에서 연패를 달리다가
Hey,
이재우
Smith.
선수는 최근에
What's
천태영
happening?
선수에게 패배를 기록한 그 기록도
Holy
있고요.
moletrap, Batman.
그래서 그 기세를 바탕으로 해서 박상우 선수는 오늘만큼은 무조건 잡아내야 됩니다. 그동안 이재호 선수와의 그 만남에서 오로지 패배만을 기록했거든요.
What's happening?
예, 4번 싸워서
So I'm gonna take cover a couple texts here while things are getting underway.
그팀 내의 그 테란 에이스로서는 좀 찜찜한 그런 기록이라고 볼 수 있겠습니다.
그렇죠.
Also,
예,
gotta
웅진스타즈가
remember to
적어준
launch
팀.
Battle.net and everything like that. Oh, that's not what we want.
윤용태가 있거든요.
그렇죠.
turn that
그렇기
off.
때문에 이제 테란 중심의 팀인 MBC 게임 히어로 팀의 테란 라인에 숨을 죽여놓지 못하면은
예.
저그가 나왔을 때
Name the
비록
infamous
잘하는
hot
선수들이
shot,
많지만 고생할
hot
가능성이
sauce
있습니다.
shot
그런
stream.
의미에서 박상우 선수와 같이
Not likely.
선수가 이재호 선수의 약점.
Not likely.
그러니까
If
뭐 전적상으로 봤을 때
by
테란전이
shot you
상당히
mean
아까웠는데
actual
이
alcohol, then no.
테란전에서 승리를 거두면서 이재호 선수를 빨리 아웃시키게 되면은 그 다음 경기를 풀어가기가 좀 쉬운 게 웅진 스타즈의 상황이죠.
예. 자, 그런 점에서 오늘
If you mean
중요합니다.
네.
자, 웅진
drinking more hot sauce,
마무리 능력이 좀 떨어져 지난 시즌에
Possibly.
거두지 못했습니다. 에이스가 정도는 5번 갔는데
예.
that's always an option.
라운드요.
예, 지난 라운드요.
예.
그렇죠.
Uh,
얼마 전까지만 하더라도
give me a minute. Oh, this
이
is-
테란이
the game is
너무나도
off,
약했던 경기라서, 박상우 선수의 이런
In the
활약은
window?
참 이 웅진
It's
스타즈의
weird.
분위기를 다시 한번 더 좋게 만들 수 있는
What's
그런
with the stuff on the
원동력이 될 수 있는
side?
건데, 자, 이
Like NBC game has a letterboxing, I guess. I don't know why it's weird they do that. I guess it might have to do with the aspect ratio of the game or something like that.
노베럭 더블 지금 가고 있네요.
그렇습니다. 여기는 원베럭 짓고 나서 앞마당을 갈 생각인데
You had the most amazing vegetarian fillet of fish sandwich yesterday.
3대 4로 패배를 했습니다.
Was it like fake fish?
경기는 거의 접전으로 가는데
Or was it just fish with
마무리를
vegetables?
못했다라는
Which is
얘기가
not quite
들리거든요.
vegetarian,
예,
but
그런 의미에서 에이스급 카드들이
fresh bottle of
약한
sriracha
멘탈을
sauce.
보이면서
Nice.
경기를 마무리하지
Sriracha's pretty
못하면서
good.
놓친 경기가 너무나도 아쉬울
I've-
텐데
I,
그런 모습이 더 되풀이돼서는 안 됐습니다.
I used to favor Tapatio,
2라운드 때 다 당한 거나
but
마찬가지거든요.
sriracha's growing on me. I kind of like it more and more.
모습 필요한 선수들인데
Fake fish, nice. That's good.
네.
예. 또
I got some fake fish fillets from like Target
자신의 그런
that you heat up yourself, and they were actually pretty good. Ex-girlfriend's birthday, and she wanted to try a vegan restaurant. There you go, man. See, vegan food can be pretty good, huh? Although sometimes there can be too much of an emphasis on like the fake meat stuff. It's like you might as well just eat something that's not designed to look like meat. Although some of the fake meat is just really good. Interesting, interesting. So you're still friends with your ex then? That's kind of cool.
이재호 선수나 박상우 선수나 그런 역할을 해주게 되면 나머지 팀원들이 아주 그 편안하게 벤치에서 경기를 지켜볼 수 있게 되겠죠.
Sorry, let me take care of these texts real quick.
이번 그 위너스 리그에 참여를 자주 하게 되면은 그 승수 차이가 엄청나게 벌어질 수밖에 없거든요.
네, 그렇습니다. 예, 벙커까지 짓는 이런 상황.
이것도 봤어요.
예,
웃을 수 있죠.
네, 그러면은 자신은 벙커 하나 아끼면 되는 거 아니겠습니까? 벙커 하나 아끼고 다른 곳에다가 자원을 투자할 수 있는 이런 상황. 정찰 운이라든가 빌드 이런 것들은 모두 다 박상우 선수가 좋다고 봐야 돼요.
예. 노베럭 컨셉트 올렸는데
Trying to get back with her, but it never works. Yeah, I mean, I know it's hard to hear, but that's
네, 혹시라도
not
모르니까
a good idea,
완성
you
안
know.
시켜놓고
And I know you
지켜보고
probably
있는
know that
상황입니다.
too, but I have tried that myself a couple times.
가서 보고 본 이후에
It's
그만이죠.
네, 그냥
a good way to make sure that you feel bad more.
그렇다고 하더라도 여하튼
But I'm not
박상우
blaming you
선수가
for
빌드가
doing
조금
it.
더
That's
좋게
for
출발을
sure.
했고 벙커 하나도 뭐 짓다가 취소하지 않아도 되는 상황이 됐었습니다. 입구 쪽만 좁혀놓으면서 투팩 바로 가서 정찰도 본진 안쪽으로 안 당하는 이런 상황이기 때문에 중반 이후에 센터
My ex is bi,
힘싸움
so
이런 거 생각해봐도
she was
될것
always into
같은데
girls.
3팩 바로 올라갑니다.
Although she's dating another guy now.
머신잡 돌리고 있는 박상우
네,
선수고요.
역시 3팩.
I only know that because friend of hers, who was her roommate when I dated her, is now just a friend of mine, independently. Like we just stayed friends after my ex and I broke up.
박상우 선수가 더 빠르고요.
네.
After she dumped me.
차이는 아닙니다만은 뭐
Pretty
이재호
hands-off
선수도
approach.
충분히
You're just
박상우 선수가
playing the long game, hoping that if you hang around for a while,
자체를 자신의 것으로 만들 수 있는
she might change her mind for some reason.
이재호
Yeah.
선수 네 번째 팩토리까지 올렸습니다.
What's up, cool new bubba?
팩으로 받았거든요.
예.
역시 그러면 박상우
How's it going, cool new bubba?
자, 여기서 포팩 받고 더 올라가는 모습 안 보이고요.
예, 변형태 선수와 저
예,
박대호
박대호
선수의
선수, 예.
예, 박대호 선수의 그 경기가 기억이 나죠.
Oh, I should figure out who's whom, by the way.
쪽이었습니다만은 보다 효율적으로 싸우고 유닛 조합을 보다 더 잘했었던 변형태 선수가 승리를 거두던 그런 기록이 있는데.
Oh, so light is the yellow Terran.
자,
Let me change that on the overlay here. On this thingy. Well, no. Light. Yellow. Versus really.
정말 그 뭐 빌드가 같은
Blue.
경우는 돌고 도네요. 확실히 이런 식으로 팩토리 다수 늘려가지고 가스 세이브하면서
Chill until the NBA starts.
탱크를 찍는 이런 식의 체제 자체는
아머리 취소.
예전 테란들이 많이 했었는데 자 아머리 짓다가
Bet on
취소하고
Spurs and
그냥
Sixers.
더 많은 팩토리를 지금 지으려고 생각을 바꿨어요.
It's really me, Ben. Hey, Ben. Wait, is that really you? Or is that just someone saying that they're really you?
팩토리가 지금 늘어나고 있는 상황이고요.
It's really me, Ben. I like that name.
벌처를 가지고 있다는 것은 무지막지하게 팩토리를 늘리고 있겠구나 상상이
And for a second, I'm like, wait a minute. I actually have a friend IRL named Ben. Is it really him? Or is it really some other Ben? In which case, it could be really me, Ben, and also not really me, Ben at the same time.
저 위로 올라가고 있는데요.
5팩 대 5팩이죠 지금.
이재호 선수도 이 벌처를 깨모았거든. 마인 개발까지 끝났습니다.
I do not follow the ball of the baskets game. Is this right here is the only sport for me? Esports. I mean, I followed baseball a little bit in the past. Belated Chag Samich. I don't know what that means, but thank you.
러시가 내려올 수 있을 만한 루트를 확인해주고 그다음에 상대방의 병력 종류에 따라서 자신도 뭐 탱크를 추가한다거나 하는 그러면서 추가 확장을 누가 더 빨리 먹느냐 싸움이거든요. 안마랑 차이는 그다지 없기 때문에
Hence the betting. Nice. Yeah.
역시 안마랑 이외의 두 번째 확장 기지라고 볼 수가 있겠습니다.
Most people like their teams for their local team, right? But some people just like a team, you know? I feel like it's often where people grew up and then they move or something like that. And they keep their old team allegiance oftentimes. Or, like in LA, there's a lot of people who are fans of like the Chargers in football, even though, oh wait, really has a lot more vultures here, but Light has a tank. Is really just gonna win here? I don't know if that tank can do quite enough damage. Yeah, he's like planting mines down, and actually I don't know if planting mines down helps. Oh, Light wins the battle somehow. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe he had more vultures there than I realized. Marine dies off screen. Excited they have a decent team. Yeah, I grew up near Sacramento, so I grew up with the Kings. I went to some Kings games as a kid, and the Kings were terrible. Actually, legitimately just horrible team for a long time. They're not quite horrible anymore, I think. But they didn't make the playoffs for like my entire childhood, basically. From like the early 80s until 2000 something, I think. They like never won away games. It was really bad. So yeah, I could see how you might want to be like, oh, I can actually root for a good team this time.
그게 가장 안정적인 그런 선택인데 욕심이 생기는 게 뭐냐면은 상대방도 자신의 탱크에 맞춰서 부랴부랴 탱크를 모으고 있을 만한 이런 식이거든요. 그러니까 조금 더 압박을 해보자라는 이런 생각이 들 수 있는데 그래도 정확하게 좀 상황을 중반 이후까지 자신의 것으로 만들고 싶으면은 추가 멀티를 좀 더 일찍 하는 게 이재호 선수 입장에서는 좀 더 나아요.
일단 좀 더 깊숙이 내려가고 있는데 아직 마인들이
많이 많습니다.
어떤 역할을 해줄까가 중요하겠는데
많이 많아요.
자, 벌처가 분명히 그 상대방도 벌처가 있고 또 마인 매설을 해놨기 때문에 그 중간중간에 내려가는 데 있어서 좀 어려움이 있을 거거든요. 탱크의 양은 당연히 이재호 선수가 많습니다만은 글쎄 이렇게 내려오는 작업을 하는 동안에 커맨 센터를 미리 지어놓고 먼저 두 번째 확장 기지 정도는 가져갈 수 있었을 상황이거든요. 이재호 선수가.
추가 확장을 늘리는 쪽은 박상우 선수고요. 다시 한번
Ben Simmons said he wanted to move one of the 3 teams in California.
넓게 잡으려고 하고 있는데 어차피 넓게 잡아봤자 모든 적을 다 커버할 수는 없습니다. 그러니까 상대방이 압박감을 느낄 정도의 위치에다가 태클을
Every YouTube clip of a player's best game is against the Kings, yeah. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Wait, one of the he wants to move one of the basketball teams in California?
선수가 추가 멀티를 하고 있거든요.
예.
그러면 추가 멀티를 안정적으로 지키는 게 좋은데 일단은 시야.
Because there's the Warriors, the Kings. Who's the other basketball teams? The Clippers, right? Yeah, yeah.
상당히 부드럽게 체제를 넘긴 것
I know sports.
네.
다수의 탱크를 먼저 모았으면서 이득을 못 받고
이재호 선수 탱크가
마인이
네, 탱크가 지금 베네치아에
Oh, well, there's 4 then.
센터 싸움에서도 또
Because they're the Lakers also. That's right. That's right. No. We're talking about the real teams. Kings doesn't count.
좀안 풀리다 보니까 마음이 급한가요? 힘이 있을 때 무조건
Yeah, the Lakers are a pretty big deal, huh?
무리하다가 두 번째 멀티가
My
오히려
dad
터져버렸습니다.
is from Southern California, so he actually was a Lakers fan. So we would go to the Kings games sometimes. We'd root for the Kings, except when we went to the Kings versus the Lakers, and he'd root for the Lakers. Ooh, that mine though. That mine though. What even triggers this mine? Oh, those are Riley's mines, and he actually just planted it next to the tanks, and then distracted long enough with his Vulture. Oh, everything was going into siege mode, and the Vultures run in just at the wrong moment to die. Oof. Oof. Oof.
분명히 벌처 싸움에서 한 차례 이기고 탱크가 4기 대 뭐 2기 싸움 이 정도 됐거든요.
예.
그러면은 그걸로 내가 내려간다라는 인식만 스캔을 사용해서 마인 제거하면서 그 인식만 심어주고 나서 두 번째 멀티를 일찍 할 수 있었잖아요. 두 번째 멀티를 일찍 했으면 됩니다. 박상우 선수는 굳이 여기를 밀고 올라가지 않아도 되는데 지금 이재호 선수가 내려오다가 손해를 봐주고 있어요 지금.
예. 자, 아래쪽 자리 잡고 있던 이 박상우 선수에게 자, 한방 지금 맞았습니다. 이재호 선수.
네.
확장의 차이도 지금 꽤나 좀 많이 나는 상황이고 뒤쫓아가는 그런 상황인데 지금 3시 쪽을 제압당한다. 그리고 확장에서의 그런 자원 채취가 되지 않는다. 이 경기를
A fan hopper.
너무나도 힘들어집니다.
예.
너무 많은 것을 지금 센터에도 신경을 써야 되고 QNC에도 신경을 써야 되고
그렇죠.
우리가
시간이
앞죠.
너무 많아요. 이 확장 가져가고 있는데 이 박상우 선수 또 던져 들어왔습니다.
You get meal kits and don't make them? Aren't they supposed to be like pretty I've never done meal kits. But aren't they supposed to be really simple? I mean, even if they're really simple, you still have to actually cook them though.
이후에 그 상대방의 기동 전에 대비를 미리미리 할 수 있는 이런 상황입니다. 레이스가 좀 일찍 보여줬네요.
자, 이재호 선수 레이스로 지금 견제하고 있고 박상우 선수
Dude, I had
먼저 가져가면 드랍십 뛰었어요.
예, 어쨌든
an apple in my back. I put an apple in my backpack when I was in school. When I was in high school, and I forgot about it. And it got to the bottom of my backpack, and all the lifting up and putting it out of my backpack turned it into applesauce. And one day I discovered that there was rotten. I actually don't know if it was rotten, but there was applesauce all over the bottom of my backpack. And it gotten over every single paper I owned. It was disgusting. It was a disgusting discovery. A little extra protein. I don't know if rot actually has much protein in it. Ugh, sausage sandwich. I actually had some applesauce in my fridge that I had a bowl of applesauce and I ate some of it and I put the rest in the fridge in the bowl. It went in the back of the fridge and I just found it a few days ago and looked at it. It was pretty interesting. It kind of started to mold, but it mostly just desiccated and dried out and turned into this fuzzy, weird apple mess.
좋고 통하지 않아도 그만이라는 생각하에 지금 벌처 견제를 한 것인데 저게 또 이 수가 쌓이고 쌓이다 보면은
But I have a history of leaving things around for way too long until they get nasty in the fridge or out of the fridge. No, this is not live. This is how's it going, Mind Play, by the way? This is Bruja Croquet, by the way. I think I've heard of that before. Maybe. Sounds interesting. This is a game from 2011. January of 2011 specifically. So this is old stuff. We're watching old games from the glory days, basically, of the Brood War esports in Korea. So pretty old school games here. Okay, I've seen one more text. Somehow I had an extra hour this morning before the cast to like get ready, and then like somehow the time just went away and I didn't get quite enough time to started it, do everything that I was gonna do before starting the stream.
먹고 있기 때문에 물량면에서 이재호 선수 훨씬 앞서거든요.
이 두 번째 멀티를 먹어야 되는데 이재호 선수보다 박상우 선수가 계속 앞서가는 전투를 하고 있어요.
자, 물량으로서 지금 밀어내고 있는 상황이고요.
예.
자, 이재호는 확장기지 하나 들었습니다.
예, 섬 갈라고 그러네요. 섬에다가. 근데 야, 벌처가 이미
먼저 가서 기다리고 있어요.
떨어져 있습니다. 벌처가.
자, 예, 뭐 양 선수 좀 움직임이 활발한 그런 상태에서 좀 더 앞서고 있는 쪽이 박상우 선수였었고,
네.
또 세이시 쪽을 확실히 제압을 하다 보니까 자신의 확장을 지키고 확장을 좀 가져가지 못하게 만들어버리는 상황까지 갔었는데,
네.
어쩌면 이재호 선수가 벌처에 대한 그 견제가 그렇긴 하더라도 일찍이 좀 왼쪽 위쪽에 있는 확장을 가져왔었어야 된다고 보네요.
예,
이제는.
보시는 거의 실패해요.
분명히 상황상으로 그럴 수 있었기 때문에 좀 아쉽다라는 말씀을 계속 드리는 거고요.
Sorry, guys.
예, 이 섬 쪽에서
Give me one more minute.
SCB 세기가
Sorry,
나왔고 섬의
sorry.
의도를 봤기 때문에 이제부터 활용해야 되는 것은 이쪽 라인을 비롯해서 자신의 멀티 쪽에다가 탱크라인 둘러쳐놓고 한 3드랍십, 4드랍십 정도 됐을 때 그걸로 멀티 두 군데를 날려버릴 수 있습니다. 12시 멀티, 그 다음에 11시 앞마당 멀티,
예.
이렇게 말이죠.
자, 지금 12시 쪽에 이재호 선수 확장을 가져가는 의도를 알아채는
네.
박상우 선수고요.
예.
네.
자, 상대가 징그러워할 정도로 버티고 버텨야 되겠습니다.
네.
자, 언덕 위쪽, 그러니까 상대방이 좀 먼저 들어오기에는 부담스러운 그런 위치들에다가 탱크를 배치시켜놓고, 자, 분명 유닛 숫자가 적긴 적더라도 효율적인 배치하면은 안 되는 것을 가능하게 만들 수 있는 거죠.
예,
그렇죠.
워낙 이 탱크 숫자가 많기 때문에
네.
이 말매설도 안 돼요.
예, 그리고 기본적으로 센터를 지금 빼앗긴 상황이기 때문에 센터를 어차피 내준 상황이면 지금 4드랍십 정도 됐죠. 12시 멀티도 지금은 지켜볼 것 같고, 그리고 이 12시 멀티뿐만 아니라 11시 앞마당 확장기지 같은 경우도 4드랍십 정도면은 저 얇은 벽 뒤에다가 시즈 모드를 해가면서 상대방이 아주 좁은 구역으로 들어오면서 수비를 할 수밖에 없게끔 만들 수 있는 이런 상황이거든요.
예.
그래서 터렛을 적절하게 지금은 건설을 하기 위해서 SCV들이 밖으로 나가 있는 상황이네요.
자, 이제부터 첫 번째 시련이라고 볼 수 있겠습니다.
예.
버티고 버텨야 되는 상황인데,
Alright, I think we're good on the texts.
잡혀볼 수 있겠는데요.
그렇죠.
이건 먼저 버텨야 돼요.
여성이 잘 돌아가고 있기 때문에 물량 터진 타이밍이에요. 이 타이밍 막아내야 되는 이재호 선수.
That one's from November 22. That's not that long ago.
The
potatoes rotted in just a couple weeks. That's kinda-
That's
not great.
Hey,
I'm doing alright. Used to watch OSL in 2008 on YouTube. Nice. Nice. Well, glad you found it again. I'm actually doing stuff on YouTube again, and it's kind of weird that that's good timing that my bot just advertised my YouTube. I'm doing more commentaries on YouTube these days. Not a ton. Definitely not as many as I used to. Or I used to put out like an entire Pro League series in a day sometimes, but and actually I'm slacking off. I've got a plan to do some more games coming up, but I don't think I've put a Starcraft game on YouTube in a week, so I'm kind of slacking there. But yeah, I've been back doing more stuff. And of course we do these watch parties, which is a little bit more informal. Yeah, that's why we watch the old stuff, man, because the games were just so good back then. So good. Yeah, Diggity's back too, actually. Diggity's back too, on Twitch and on YouTube, if you want to look him up. He's doing Starcraft stuff as well. He's been doing lately more of recent stuff. He does like BSL, and he does these other little leagues, like CPL and stuff like that.
보니까 스캔을 여기저기 뿌려보면서 진짜 좀 허약하다 싶은 곳만 콕콕 찔러버리는 상황이거든요.
그렇죠. 기본적으로 센터.
Ooh, you guys just reminded me I had a dream last night. I had a dream that cholera showed up in Twitch chat. I had a dream that cholera showed up in Twitch chat. That's all I really remember about the dream, except just being like, what? What the heck? Crazy. But that was the dream. That's the dream. It would be the dream if Cloud's Art and Cholera came back also, right? Rise has been doing some stuff a little bit. Well, he was until a few months ago. He got pretty busy, but he's gonna be doing more Starcraft stuff with me as well, I think. To keep up with that crowd,
언덕 위에 미리
Actual cholera or Disney Plus cholera? What?
공격적인 플레이를 해가면서 멀티를 먹어야 되는 이런 상황이고요.
예.
박상우 선수는 지킬 것인가, 여기를
Yeah, I don't know what Cholera is up to. I haven't talked to him. Clazart I haven't talked to either in a long time. Diggity I keep up with all the time though. And then Rise, I just chatted with the other day actually. We caught up a little bit. He's planning on doing some stuff, some non-Starcraft YouTube stuff. Some like business advice type stuff. If you guys are interested in that. Okay. Right. They'll recreate them as digital characters and deepfake their... Did they actually like deepfake the voices of the characters that they brought back in Star Wars? Or did they just have someone like play them really well? Like in Cowboy Bebop, I started watching the Netflix Cowboy Bebop, and the guy who plays Jet sounds exactly like Jet's voice actor from the anime. The English voice actor, I should say. Time to dust him off. It's true, Cannon Khan. I need to go, air him out. Reboot him. Oil up the gears since he was a commentary machine. Commentary machine gun. How's it going, Diggity? Heading to the fam. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Dude, I had an idea this morning, Diggity. We could theoretically do a watch party in person, like where we put the mic in front of both of us, and we could actually do a watch party when we're hanging out. Over New Year's, if there's time. I don't know if there'll be time for it, because we basically have to spend a few hours ignoring all of our other friends and family, which would be awkward, but I don't know, it might be fun. Heck, we could even get our other friends involved if they want to watch with us. Someone might be interested. We could explain what's going on to everyone.
자, 인구수 163회. 가스가 2,000 정도.
By the way, today we're doing Winners League series. So so this is the first game, and so whoever wins this game will stay in the booth, and the other team will send out someone new to face them. So right now, I'm not sure exactly who's winning, to be honest. They both have pretty similar map control. Really is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases or something like that. It's hard to tell where the bases are sometimes. And Light is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. It looks like Light has less bases actually. And now he's gonna maybe lose control of this. Well, this isn't a base, but it's near a base. Yeah, if you go just north of that is the base that he could lose control of. Yeah, I mean, some TVTs were not this long, but some of them were pretty long. Oh, that's kind of cute. He re-landed the command center a little bit up there, so it's out of range of the tanks, but he can actually still mine gas, which is the most important part of that base, right? I don't know if he's going to do that, but it looks like that was what his plan was. Oh, I forgot to highlight the last VOD and make a video, actually. It's going to make a video about doing a summary of what we've discovered about the add-ons. 3 signs of great TVT: dropships, battle cruisers, and SCVs attacking siege tanks. Those are definitely the signs of a long TVT. That's for sure. Sometimes you can have some great TVTs that are pretty short, that are just vulture fests.
전진 못하게 막을 수 있고
back and forth vulture micro and stuff.
이곳은 장악을 굳이 안 당해도 될 것 같은데요.
자, 이재호가 지금 11시까지 확보를 했습니다.
예, 그리고 11시 아래쪽에 있는 멀티까지 먹고
Dude, if you could make a deep fake of my voice just saying a bunch of Starcraft stuff, then
이재호 선수.
I wouldn't have to cast. I could just use the AI to cast. Oh, minions forgot to remind me that I didn't unpause the Chatcraft. But I just remembered it.
11시라든가 이런 쪽 여기를 걷어내든가 11시를 가든가
There we go, all turned on. I usually keep it off
움직일 수 있는 공간은 굉장히 많습니다.
in between sessions because
좀 멈칫멈칫했었던 것 같고요.
네.
갈 거면은 보다 강하게 그리고 이제 상대방의 멀티를 날릴 수 있는
because if I'm gonna do like an Age of Empires stream, I don't want Chatcraft to be on and people to redeem stuff, I guess. But because I don't want people to waste the points because I'm not gonna be paying attention to it. So, but then I always forget to turn it back on. How do they have the sound in the background? I guess, yeah. I mean, there's probably enough examples of my voice on the internet that you could find enough of a sample size. Especially because I've done replay commentaries where there's no Koreans in the background.
이제 배틀 싸움 가는 PGX 랩을 건설하는 이런 상황인데 이재호 선수도 먹을 만한 멀티는 이 11시 쪽 멀티 그리고 선 멀티는 다 먹었습니다. 그리고 이제 역시 박상우 선수도 아래쪽에 있는 멀티를 다 먹은 이런 상황이긴 합니다만은 자원을 좀 일찍 먹었다는 것은 자원이 장기전으로 초장기전으로 갔을 때 자원이
There's definitely plenty of footage of my face. Although it's not the best footage. Not the highest quality footage. The only HD footage of my face is from... because this webcam right now is not very great. From the GOM TV days, but I don't look the same then as I did then. Deepfake moletrap speaking hyped Korean. Oh, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting. Could you do that? I don't know if you could do that because wouldn't you have to have voice samples of me speaking Korean a lot? And I've spoken a little bit of Korean here and there, but not in a fluent way. I don't know if you could do that. Because the sounds are different. I think you have to have examples of the sounds in order to analyze what they're going to sound like in different words, right? Oh, here we can check his supply. Maybe? There's so few pixels. Oh, this is this really? Yeah, this is really is maxed, guys. He's at 192 supply. Light is also maxed. So we got the classic late game maxed T versus maxed T going on. Max versus Max. Chilling out Max and playing B-ball. Whatever the phrase is. Oh, we got the Wraith switch. Who was that was doing the Wraith switch? Was that Light? I think Light's doing Wraith switch. Yeah, the old Wraith switch. The old late game Wraith switch. It's not a BC switch, interestingly. It's a Wraith switch. The intro was filmed. The intro for what? Oh, for that show? Interesting. Interesting. When I was actually living in Korea at the GOM TV house, they filmed a scene from some big name movie right outside the GOM house. Like literally, I was able to go out on the balcony and look down on the set. And they actually, because they closed off the street, and Light's losing his main, by the way. Casual losing his main, as you do in TVT. And they closed off the street, and they actually went to all the buildings on the street and installed sprinklers on the roofs because they needed a rain scene. They needed a scene where it was raining, and so they actually just made it rain. They made fake rain, and they just sprayed all these sprinklers from all the ones on the roofs of the buildings there, so they could do a rain scene. And so I was able to go out on my balcony and look out into the rain as they were filming the scene for some Korean movie. I don't know what movie it was. They told us at the time, but I don't remember. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wraith's getting owned, perhaps. Mouse in the house. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Mouse into house 21, in fact. I'm gonna be going, making trips to my laundry room slash bathroom, I guess, a couple times today because, trying to do, basically I found out I have a dust allergy, and they said you have to buy these special bed covers, and then you have to wash all your blankets in hot water. And so I've gotten a special bed cover now, so now I just need to wash all my, because if I don't wash all of them in the same day, basically, then it won't make sense. They'll just get dust on each other again. So I need to wash all my freaking blankets and sheets today. How's it going? Yeah, it's going all right. It's going all right. I'm a little stressed out because I'm trying to do some projects for a work project. I'm also trying to get ready for a tournament next week, Age of Empires 4 tournament, and I'm also have to move in 2 weeks, so that's kind of stressing me out a little bit. Yeah, Wraiths don't do well versus BTs in if they're the same like supply count, basically. Wraiths can do well versus BCs in some situations, like if you can run in if they have a few BCs and you can run in a bunch of Wraiths and snipe them real quick with cloaked Wraiths, that's when they can be effective. But usually in a straight up battle, BCs are gonna win. Because they're Terran, so they can scan. And also Valkyries. Yeah, so right now really is actually at a huge advantage. Look at this, he's even gonna Yamato these tanks. And he's gonna take a bunch of extra fire for some reason. Okay, he's just diving in, Yamatoing the tanks and moving with his ground army. Nicely done. I think Riley's gonna win this. I feel like Riley's been winning all the battles. He killed Light's main. He's got superior air control. So like with 6 or 7 battle cruisers and 1 Valkyrie, he could beat 30 or 40 Wraiths. And Light doesn't even have that many Wraiths. He's got like 2 dozen. Yeah, so really definitely has the better army right now. Better military? Do you count battle cruisers as army? Or army is supposed to be just ground troops, right? I guess, or something? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. They're very rarely used, but when they find an opportunity, they're actually really strong. And they finally got patched recently. They finally got patched to not because it used to be that they wouldn't fire if there was too many sprites on the map or whatever. There wasn't enough for all the missiles to exist, and so they would. Oh no! Always get you get free shots on the dropships, and then the raids came in, and they're like, nope, nope, nope. I mean, two Valkyries isn't insurmountable. You can dive on them and kill them off with cloaked wraiths if there's only 2 Valkyries. But it's still just not looking good for Light at all. Armée. The Wraiths are more mobile, so that's the one thing that he does have going for him with the Wraiths. Oh, he scans. Oh, he's gonna get some nice shots off onto those Wraiths, which, oh, he clumped them up. He clumped them up, so they took more damage. Oh. I mean, he didn't clump them up so they could take more damage, but he clumped them up to try and go for an attack, and then they took more damage. It's kind of a clever thought, actually. He's like, okay, well, they just fired their volley, so it's gonna be another 1.5 seconds, or however long it is, till they can fire again. So I'll take this opportunity to try and kill the Valks. World War II was interesting because it was the first. I mean, World War I was the first big war that involved any air at all, right? But World War II was the first battle where air was crucial. First big war where air was like super important. So, you know, it kind of makes sense that they would have had things combined a little bit. There's GG coming from light. Really takes game one. Interesting. First and last modern war. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, as far as major wars go, I'm trying to think if there's been other wars between other countries, maybe. I don't know. Big ship kills small ship. Alright, so who is they gonna send out against Really? And it's Tyson. Tyson. Who the hell is Tyson? I feel like Tyson has another name that I'm not remembering. Tyson, Bridge, Teresa, Davichi, Han, and Sky are all of his nicknames. Nope, he's just Tyson. Just Tyson. So Tyson versus Really is gonna be the next game. I think Tyson's a Protoss player. Yep. Here he's going by Bridge. And Really's going by Seige. Okay. After the Terrans build nuclear silos. Oh god. Ah. Sorry. Yeah, Wraiths can kill BCs. Yeah, exactly. You need more. Because a BC is what, 6 supply? And a Wraith is 2, if I remember correctly. So 3 Wraiths are the same supply and cost as 1 BC, approximately. And 1 BC kills 3 Wraiths, right? So, but you basically have to have like double the supply of BCs in Wraiths to equal it. Of course, the swap out is that, or the trade-off is that Wraiths are much more mobile. Much more mobile. So, you want the big beefy strong unit that's slow, or do you want this bunch of small paper airplanes that are fast? And they both have a place. They both can be, you can always use the advantages of each of them at the right times. Alright, it's snack time. I'm out of nuts. I bought this giant thing of cashews a while back. It's gone now. I'm down to my last bit of cash used. And now I have a container for dice or something. I always don't want to throw out these containers because it's like, this is a nice container with a nice screw top. It's like a solid plastic. I feel like I could use it for, I never use it for anything though, so I don't know why I would want to keep it, but it always feels bad recycling
그래도 기본적으로
stuff like that.
토스는 선수이기 때문에 언제든지 기대를 해봐도
But I've kept them in the past and then recycled them years later because I was like, oh well, I've just had this around for years. Sorry if the pretzel package crinkling is in your ears.
자, 여기서 커맨드
It's
센터
annoying.
올리는 걸 봅니다.
예, 원배럭
자, 보고 빠져요.
더블인데
배럭
거리가
더블.
굉장히 가까운 거리에서는 뭐 원질럿이 뛰어와서
That's a lot of
거리를 막
snacks.
부여주는
Might be too many
그런
snacks.
행동도 많이 하고 또 드라군과의 그런 연계까지도 자주 나오고 있는데 좀 그런 공격을 좀 약하게
Yeah, it's true. You can
했겠다.
see what's in it. So you can see it's not nuts or candy. It's sewing supplies, right?
아주 좋은 판단이라고 볼 수가 있겠죠. 박수범 선수 같은 경우는 최근에는 물량이 아주 좋아졌기 때문에 많이 먹고 하는 힘싸움 정도는 자신이 있을 것 같거든요.
예. 자, 우선 머린 두 개로 입구 좀 막아내고 있고요. 자,
Dude, I used to do a lot.
올리는 거 지금 봤습니다.
네.
I used to do a lot.
자, 벙커까지 지으면서
I still kind of do.
예, 초반에 뭐
I used to
그런 게 이제는 뭐 드라군
keep every single little bag. Like if I had a nice bag,
예.
like if I got something that came in a nice fabric bag, I would keep all the fabric bags. Because I had this thought in my head, like, oh, this would be perfect little bag for dice. If I ever play D&D with someone that doesn't have their own dice, I could give them a bag with some of my dice in it. And they'll have their own dice bag.
그렇죠.
So I have like
박수범 선수의 두 번째
just
세트
bajillion little
그다음에,
bags.
뭐 포트리스
I think I might have gotten rid of
여기까지
some of them
가고
recently,
이런
actually.
정도라고 볼 수가 있겠는데,
But for a while I had just a
박수범
bajillion little
선수에게는
tiny little
정말
cloth
그게
bags.
어렵게 됩니다.
예.
예, 그래서 최대한 박수범 선수가 살아남는 방향으로 결과가 나오기
But then I
예, 원게이트 사업
haven't gotten to play D&D with people in like a million years.
자원 소비 만들고, 예,
So, it doesn't really help.
하게 될 텐데, 박상우 선수는 뭐 그 정도 시나리오는 머릿속에 다 있을 거예요. 또 수비도 워낙 잘하는 선수라서.
Last time I got to play D&D in person with people on the regular was
올려보내고 있는 박수범 선수인데요.
예, 그러면서 이 바깥쪽에 나가 있는 프로브의 움직임도 좋죠. 상대방의 그
7 years ago?
분들이 나올 수 있는 만한 공간을
Something like
하나하나
that?
체크를 해가면서
예.
자신의 그런 의도를 들키지 않겠다라는 건데, 와, 저
Feels
뒤로
bad, man.
돌아갑니까, SCV가?
그렇죠.
last year I got to play some D&D online with some folks.
자, 뒤로 돌아가는데
But that fell
지금
apart.
아직 확인을 못했고요.
예, 상대방이 워낙 그 SCB 정찰을 잘 허용을 안 해주니까,
Unfortunately.
멀찌감치 돌아가지고 지금은 SCB
예.
하나가 더 나갔고요.
눈 올라가네요.
자,
And then I had a
이게
friend,
기술적인
or
전략인데,
예, 막아야 돼요.
yeah, I'll call him a
네.
friend.
자, 여기서 정찰 허용해 버리면은 안 됩니다.
Diggity, if you're in chat still, you might know this person. I had a friend email me and say, hey, I want to start a D&D group online. Are you interested?
예, 아카데미 올라가네요.
After I know who's interested, I'll send out a little poll about who to, about how we're gonna get started. I said, yeah, I'm interested.
예,
때려봐라 하고 위쪽으로 돌렸어요. 일꾼이 위쪽으로 돌려서
I never heard back from him, which means he got a bunch of people that were interested, and I didn't make the cut. Means I wasn't cool enough to be part of his online D&D group.
이렇게 막아버리네요.
A D&D campaign for subs. That's an idea. That might be fun.
자체가 좀 이득이었던 것 같습니다.
네.
박한이.
이쪽은 박한에게요.
Could mean no one else was interested. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I know that this guy has played D&D with a lot of folks before, so I'm pretty sure that he had other people that were interested. Hey, Chris, what's going on? What you doing? Just chilling? Watching some Starcraft? Why don't you change the names? Tyson versus really. Kind of stressing out a little bit because I have to move out of my apartment in a couple weeks. I'm not sure where I don't have anywhere I'm moving to yet. So I'm probably just gonna be putting stuff in storage and hitting the road for a little bit, which is intentional. I don't want to have to pay rent on a place when I'm traveling, you know. I'm gonna be spending a few weeks traveling over the holidays and stuff. Yeah, I only moved in here 6 months ago, or 5 months ago or something like that.
올라가요.
It was a short-term lease,
자, 위에서
but it was better than nothing.
이게 들킵니까?
Oh no! Oh, he's got a scan.
저희가 한두 개 정도
He's not attacking with all of his stuff! Oh man, if the DT lived because he didn't really attack enough,
병력까지 줄이고 있어요.
but he's waiting for another scanner.
들어가면서 이거 지금 스캔 빼먹으면서 시간 끌 수 있고요.
예.
게다가 아비터를 누르는 가운데 그 닥테플러가
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
생각하고 스톰 개발 눌러서
Appreciate it. It's such a tough housing market. I actually don't expect to be able to find anything good. Well, hopefully I'll be able to find something.
그리고 배스를 뽑을 수 있는 체제가 아니라서 아비터가 나왔을 때
But I may not be able to find anything until
이 아비터 아래 깔려 있는 드라군을 볼 수가 없지
until January. Because I'm gonna be traveling, and so like I can't look for a place here while I'm traveling elsewhere. You know.
간간이 다크 하나만 보내는
예.
이런 상황. 간간이 하나만 보내고 바로 찔러 게다가 하이 템플러 이거 준비해갖고 상대방 오면은 그냥
How much for a room?
사용하면서 밀어버리면 됩니다.
Rooms are a little bit cheaper.
시간이 없어요. 스캔 모일 때까지 기다릴 시간이
Move on your
없어요.
tatami.
들어가야 돼요.
스캔은 한계가 있거든요.
네.
내려가 주면서
I have a little bit of experience sleeping on tatami mats. It's not that fun.
이것도 진짜 압박이에요. 다크가 계속
I mean, obviously you can put another mattress or something on it, but.
예, 이것도 지금
Alright, so really is like, okay, well, your DTs didn't kill me, so it's time to push across the map now. But I don't know if we have enough scans to keep scanning the whole way across as these DTs go up against them.
상대를 안 해주면 되고 자 치고 빠지고
He's spending a DT to burn a scan, but eventually he's gonna run out. I think a room is probably like $600 to $800 or $900 or something like that per month. But I try not to, or maybe more actually, depending on where you are. But I'm trying to get an apartment instead of a room. Just because I do casting and watch parties, and I don't want to have to worry about like bothering my roommates by not being able to yell at my computer. Can you imagine actually being in a real army and suddenly the guy next to you gets chopped in half and from an invisible man? That would be scary. Well, it helps to be a landlord, huh? 3-room apartment. It'd probably be at least $2,000, I think. But I'm not sure. I haven't been looking at places that large.
힘을 쓸 수가 없었습니다.
예, 저 아비터 죽을 뻔했어요. 조심해야 돼요, 아비터.
그렇지, 클러킹을 이용해서
네.
제가 상대방을 지금 압박하고 있는 박수범 선수고요.
네. 결국 이
I mean, that's kind of a scary thought too. Like, think about you're a marine, right? And you go up against an arbiter or a carrier. You're a guy with a gun, in a little battle suit with a gun. You look up and there's this giant spaceship, the size of a city, floating above you, and your commander's like, shoot that thing with your machine gun 1,000 times until it dies.
커맨드 센터를 하나 더 가져가고 있는 상황이라서 자 어떻게든 이 박수범 선수는 템플로까지만
Starcraft is so unrealistic. Oh my gosh.
녹아버리는 겁니다.
그렇죠.
그렇죠. 자, 위에서 지금 병력 가지고 다시 한번 내려온 움직임 보이고 있는데 박수범은 지금 다크 2기와 아비터를 가지고
Are the Marines convicts? Are they?
시간벌이 용도로 자 스캔만 낭비하게 만들 수
I don't know.
있다는 거죠.
그렇죠. 아비터를 실제적으로 활용을 하겠다.
I don't know if they are. That kind of rings a bell, but I'm not certain where that is in the lore. Okay, he just had the fire bats attacking the Dragoons, and then the DT killed the fire bats. This is not going well. Really had an opportunity to kill him, and he missed the opportunity, I think. And now he's out tech, and his bios is not strong enough. I'm reading these 389 shots to kill a carrier. Nice. And it's probably not even counting shield regen, right?
자 추악장 쪽에 대한 그런 공격 많이 힘들 것 같은데
or potential armor upgrades.
세트 쪽에 있었던 세트 쪽에 있었던 병력들이 좀 오래 살아남으면서 프로토스의 두 번째 멀티를 압박해주고 그다음에 이제 메카닉으로
The first Terrans are convicts in a way, the UED are like the normal Terrans. Okay. The lore is that they were forced to fight because they were criminals, like Australians. Were the Australians actually ever forced to fight? I think they were just like forced to work. I think. Yeah. Sorry, really. Not quite gonna work. It was not quick enough M&M. The DT rush slowed him down a lot. I think it just interfered with his plan, you know? It might have worked if he'd done M&M rush versus Robotech or something like that, but the DT rush was too hard. Alright, next up is Sulky. So again, it's Winners League. So Tyson stays in the booth, and Sulky is going to be coming out next. So we're going to have a PVZ, Protoss vs Zerg. Sulky. And Sulky is so good these days. It's kind of amazing. Oh, you just pulled a number? I thought you did the math. What does the carrier have? 100 and... Is there like 300 hit points or something like that? Let's just find out. Broodwar carrier. 350 plus 200. Oh, that's the cost. Yeah, 300 hit points, 150 shields. So it's 450. So we'll do 450 divided by. Marines are 6 damage. 75 shots. It's not that bad. Not too bad. Only 75. You only have to shoot your gun 75 times to take down the spaceship, capable of withstanding the void of the space and intergalactic travel. Sulky got swindled and he's in debt for thousands of dollars. Oh my gosh, I did not know that. He's got to win an ASL. Packs. Nice. What do you mean you're gonna yell at your people? Because what that makes me think of is I've gone to like Comic-Con and been like, these are my people.
11월 29일 날 작년 11월 29일 날 패배를 했었던 적이 있었는데요.
Right.
여하튼 이
Exactly.
그래도 기본적으로 이제
He fires 74 times. And the ship is completely unaffected. Full functionality. There's not even a visual thing on the ship. Well, yeah, no, buildings start burning or whatever, but units don't show any sign of damage visually. And then that last shot blows it up. Okay, nice. $200,000? Jesus Christ, how do you get scammed out of that much money? Oh my god.
이번 그 위너스 리그에서는 자신의 그런 출전 빈도수를 높일 수 있지 않습니까? 승리를 따내면서
It sucks that he's on the hook for it too. You'd think they should go after the scammer for that money or something, right? Man. That's true. If you can look at the wireframe, you can tell, but he sold cars that never came and the guy ran away with the money. Oh god. Oh no. That's bad. That's too bad. But I don't know how he just runs away with the money, right? You should be able to try and track him down.
네.
네. 프로토스전은 뭐 여전히 잘하고 있고 5연승 정도 지금 프로리그에서 하고 있고 테란전도 지금 현재 5연승입니다.
Snacks.
테란전 프로토스전이 프로토스로서 70%가 넘어가면은 진짜 엄청난 그 수준의 프로토스라고 봐야 될 것 같거든요.
네.
근데 저그전
Pax is,
이러면은 굉장히 좀 그 약점이 너무 크기 때문에
Is that comic,
아주
right?
좋은 프로토스가
Pax was a
나오는
convention for
좀 힘들죠.
네.
You want a piece of me, boy?
The name's escaping me right now.
You want a piece of me, boy?
But it's just it's turned into a general nerd convention, right? Or is it mostly just focused on that one comic? Penny Arcade.
그런 점은 조건이 좋아요.
I think
그렇죠.
that some of the pins I got are Penny Arcade pins.
지금 프로리그에서 그런 부진들
Yeah, I got a Penny Arcade Twitch pin
보자면은
네.
박수범 선수도 충분히
for some reason.
수 있을 것도 같아요.
Penny Arcade.
프로브가 잘 따라붙었어요. 이런 것들 지금 이쪽 확장 기지 좀 늦게 내주고 안 내주는 게 제일 좋은 거거든요.
And which one is this again? This is GlitchCon or something like that?
자, 한 방.
예.
잡혀.
Little dinosaur
예.
thing.
찍고 지금 빠졌어요.
예.
괜히 코너링 돌다가 이제 실패해가지고 잡혀버리게 되면은 진짜 억울하죠. 시간 손해도 많고요.
여기에 부딪혀서 잡히게 되면은
예.
잃는 게 너무 많습니다.
네.
생각 없이 이동시킨 것이 아니라
That's like a friend of mine used to say.
하다 보니까 국가에서 이동했고요.
What's the best way to make $1 million? Start with $2 million.
생각을 하는 거죠.
그냥
Or no, I think he used to say, what's the best way to make a small fortune? Start with a large one. Hey, David Angel, what's going on? I didn't reply to your Discord because I saw it and said I will reply to that later, and then I forgot. My apologies, my friend. How's it going?
예, 필요하면 어느 정도 또 시간이 필요하니까.
By the way, that picture that you said was good is like from like 10 years ago, so
의존하면서 나머지는 태클 업무에다가 모두 다 지금 올렸기 때문에
you forgot you said it. Oh,
그런 편에 속하고요 지금.
then I definitely didn't make the mistake of forgetting to reply to something that you sent me. How's it going, man? I've been busy lately. I've still got you followed on Twitch, and I see you streaming sometimes, but I'm just like too busy to stop by. If that makes sense. I'm doing all right. I'm kind of been busy. I've been a little bit stressed lately. I have to move in 2 weeks, so I'm trying to figure that out. So that's kind of obnoxious. But otherwise I guess I'm okay. I've been worse. I've been much worse in the last year. So I guess I should be I'm thankful that oh my god, she like got so startled that she was on. Look at her. We gotta watch that one more time. She's like, oh, every time I talk to you, you have to move in 2 weeks. That makes sense, yeah. Well, because I'm moving in 2 weeks. I just moved 5 months ago. I moved 3 months before that. And I moved 3 months before that. So I have moved a lot. Let's see, I guess that's, I moved in the last, in the last year and a half, I've moved 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and this is gonna be the 5th time. In a year and a half, basically. Or I guess like a year and 3/4, because I actually had to move literally in March of 2020 while the pandemic was going on, like just starting. I had to move during that month. Before that, I hadn't moved in a while, but I do move a lot, which is kind of obnoxious, but it's the life I've chosen. That sounds about right, yeah. I literally have moved an average of once a year since I was like 14 years old.
커세어를 조작을 하다가 본질에 있는
I
커세어가
moved
터진 것
so
같고요.
many freaking
둘 중에
times.
하나는 터진 것
And
같고,
I've almost
바깥에서
never
이거를
actually gotten help
받았던
for
커세어가
with it either.
터졌습니다.
I always have to move everything myself. Even big furniture I move by myself.
아쉽네요. 저 캐논 좀 뒷부분으로 캐논을 넘어선 공간까지 이동을 시켰더라면은 안 잡혔을 텐데요.
이게 들어가나요?
자, 본인 쪽 캐논이
Whenever I ask someone how they are who don't move very often, they say they're bored.
예.
Interesting. These lings are just going to work on that Stargate. I was about to say, like, I'm surprised they're not going for probes, but actually, I guess they can't, because there's a cannon there. So they're like, well, this Stargate's on the menu.
예. 자, 위로
Oh, he lets one get killed.
들어오면서,
He could
예.
theoretically get that Stargate. Well, no, never mind. Tyson just has to keep, like, one zealot next to the Stargate. But if he gets mutas, he could kill that. Like, that Stargate's pretty badly damaged now.
자, 4개까지 지금 모았고요. 한 개 더 지켰습니다. 게이트 늘리는 타이밍까지 지금 확인하고 있어요.
Yeah, the life of a nomad is exciting, but it's also difficult. Wow, he got 2 probes underneath the cannon fire. That's crazy.
상대방이 또 언제 나올지 몰라서 불안불안해할 만한 그런 저그가 아니라
The life of a nomad is like sort of exciting.
적당한 만큼
It's potentially exciting, but it's he did make mutas. Oh, interesting. I don't think he has enough Scourge though. He's still going for that Stargate. I think Tyson's making a second Stargate though, so I don't know if it's that big of a deal.
이거는 뭐그 박수범 선수 입장에서 나오기가 약간 난감하죠. 질럿 리버 그다음에 이제 발업된 질럿 공방.
But you know, there's parts of being a nomad that are not exciting. But you don't hear about those parts because those don't make the stories about the cool stuff you did. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think of that either. Why doesn't he just make 24 Ultralisks? Is he dumb? He must be a dumb player if he's not making 24 Ultralisks and just killing him. Because Zerg's OP. Oh wait, it's because Protoss is OP also. And Terran's also OP. Kind of a not great game design to make 3 races that were OP. That's something I don't get about people complaining about balance in Age of Empires 4. People are always like, oh my god, this other faction has this thing that's so strong. It's like, yeah, literally every faction has a strong thing about it. Like, that's the point. They're different, and they all have different strong things, and you have to use your strong thing to your advantage more than they use their strong thing. That's how it works. Oh, that shuttle is so dead. He's sarcastic Starcraft from that angle, yeah. And here we have Jaedong versus Flash, and looks like Jaedong's going for a 9 pool. I'm not sure why he hasn't made 37 Ultralisks yet. He should just go ahead and do that. He could win the game. And why doesn't Flash have 50 PCs? I don't understand. There was a game of yours where your opponent had no defense and you were floating 5k food. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I might not have realized they didn't have defense. I tend to overestimate what my opponent has and be a little bit too scared. I always think like, oh, well, I can't see what they're doing, and so they must have a bunch of stuff that I can't see, and I need to be worried about it. You know? So that's a problem of mine. I played a couple games off stream last night, and there was a point where that happened where I actually realized like I was kind of like keeping back too much. I wasn't really well, I was getting harassed, but then eventually I realized like, oh, I have a bunch of money I'm floating. I'm just gonna. Oh, whoa! Did he actually just send in enough Scourge to deal with that? Oh, I think he needed to get the Corsairs. Oh, my rice is done.
예, 조합이
로빈슨
거의
크루소가 된 거죠.
Yeah, I give my opponents too much credit. So I was getting harassed. I was
때까지 있어야 돼요.
East away.
예.
예.
그렇죠.
프리라도
I was HRE, and the opponent was one of my opponents. It was a 2v2 actually, and we should have won it.
아, 칸이 또 여기까지
We had a big decisive battle,
척을 안 해주네요. 네.
and we beat the opponents.
자, 히드라가 지금
And I was putting a keep in the middle, and we were pushing into their base, and we destroyed everything they had. And then my opponent said something in Chinese and left the game, and I have no idea why.
이제 뮤타를
I was like, well, I can't win 2v1, so.
그러니까 뮤타를 잡게 되면 추가 멀티를 할 수 있게 되거든요.
LeBron Jadong.
잡고 나서 그다음에 지상 병력으로 압박을 해주고 이제는 드라군 모아야 되고요. 김민철 선수는 포커스 먹으면서 히드라 그러니까 뭐 상대방의 유리 조합에 따라서 러커 개발을 해놓고 하이브.
I'm trying to think of other basketball players. Who's another one? Steph Curry? He's another famous basketball player, right?
단계에서는 지금 질럿을 엄청 많이 뽑았거든요.
Stork Curry?
바로 이 드라군과 템플러로 넘어가는 것이 아니라
Sounds like a dish, though. Sounds like it sounds like an actual dish. Like stork is a bird. You could eat a stork.
전술적인 움직임으로 이
Stork curry would be potentially tasty, right?
못하고 있었습니다. 이렇게 되면 저그는 질럿 잡을 거 확실히 다 그냥
You were playing for a year before you realized not to float money? That's actually a pretty quick turnaround to just realize that when you're 14 years old.
예, 리버의 발걸음만 늦추면
Drone Overlord Hydra, yes.
무리해서 상대방의 병력을 줄이는 것보다도 병력
Jadong's first name isn't LeBron. No, he changed it. He changed it.
게다가 리버 두 기가 지금 현재 살아있는 이런
He had it legally changed.
상대방의 병력을 압박해서 집어넣고
예.
추가 멀티 돌리고 하이 템플러와 그다음에 질러
It also depends on what you mean by first name. Because the first name doesn't actually come first in Korean. But yeah, so but during this 2v2 game though, like I was getting harassed by the French player, and I was dealing with it relatively well, but I'd like I was like, oh man, I need a market, and I made a market, and then I made some traders, and then I realized like, oh, I have like 4,000 gold, 5,000 gold saved up, because I have these traders going. I'm struggling to make food units. I don't have enough food, and so then I just bought a bunch of food and wood, and made a bunch of barracks and siege engines, siege shops, and made a bunch of units and just stomped them.
예, 그런 시점이 되고 있는 상황인데 자, 템플러를 지킬 만한 유닛들을
I know Jadong on a first name basis.
밀어낸 이후 확장기를 부셔버려야 되는데요.
자, 이 러커
많아요.
예, 러커 뒤쪽에 있죠. 러커가 뒤에서 지금 백업으로 오고 있고 아칸이 없어서
I know I've said this before, but did you guys know, in case you didn't hear it before, that Jadong's name is not Jadong? It's Jadong.
지금 질럿이
Jadong.
뮤탈리스크를 잡아
이 Jadong.
템플러가 합류되어야만 하는 그런 시점이었었는데요.
예, 그냥 말 그대로
이 Jadong.
저쪽 지금 같은 경우는 병력 조합
But for some reason he spells his own name wrong. He spells it Jadong.
드라군까지 모아가지고 상대방에게 한 방을
What a
주고,
newbie
정말
spelling his own name wrong.
질럿이 가서 진짜 주력 중에 주력이었던
LeBron Ledong.
이러면은 뮤탈리스크의 5시 쪽 견제받고 센터 지역을 러커 때문에 때려
Makes it sound French almost.
만들어지거든요.
그렇죠.
예,
LeBron
Ledong.
Ledong.
지어서 하이브 눌러도 됩니다.
예, 확장 견제는 지금 못해요, 박수호미.
How you been doing, X?
예, 이러면서 또
How's life?
쪽에는 저 뮤탈 때문에라도 지금 소문이 다시 일어날 수밖에 없는 상황이 되어버렸고.
예. 자, 이 커세어가 정리되면은 이쪽 확장 기준은 날아가죠.
예, 캐런
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this name.
어차피 백업올 지상 병력은 없는 상황인데다가
Zogged?
병력을 이제 다시 모으고
Welcome?
이제 다시 모아서
Ultralisk?
확장 기준
Zogged? Or maybe it's Shogged? Or Zioked? Or Zioked?
여기 상황도 아니고.
I don't know, man. That's a difficult one to figure out.
업되기 전에.
예. 아, 이렇게 버리네요. 자, 리버가 하나 있습니다만 뒤에서 이 병력이 계속해서
You're in a midlife crisis and it's enlightening. Really?
저기 여기저기다가 견제를 해보기는 합니다만은 일단은 뚫고 나가는
I guess I could see that, right? Because it second to last one.
컨트롤도 안 하고 그냥 막 들어가네요. 하이브 눌러서 됩니다 지금은.
Shog?
그냥 밀어버리면
Shocked?
되거든요.
Is that the one I said? I don't. I said like 10 different names, so I'm like, don't remember which one was the second to last one. I think it was a Shogged though, Shogged or something like that, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah. I mean, cause like your midlife crisis is when you like realize stuff and you like kind of figure out what's important and you figure out what's not important, right?
무서운 게 없어요.
예.
Or you figure out the things they've been doing that you thought were important were not. So that makes sense. Look, he just leaves. He just sees that Zerg army. He's like, nope, 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 nope. I'm not gonna even try to deal with that one. GG. But yeah, I've been doing something similar actually in the last year. Where I've come to some realizations about like what I really want to do with my life and how I want to be spending my time and like what's important to me and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, you realize like, oh wait, I don't have a lot of life left in some ways. If I want to do certain things with my life, I gotta get on them, right? That's kind of partly what I've been struggling with is like, okay, well, I have these goals that have been like, oh, eventually I want to do this, someday I want to do that. And it's like, well, when the flip is someday? There's not that many days left. If someday has to be pretty soon. Eventually has to be like right damn now. And that makes you like get through some of those blocks and stuff, you know? So, all right, so let's see. So Solki wins. Oh, they're gonna send out Hyun. Actually, I don't know if it's Hyun or Hyun. It's gonna be the next player. So we got a ZVZ. Let's see, his name is Go Hyun Hyun. So yeah, it's Hyun. That's how it's pronounced. Hyun versus Solki. So X, have you figured stuff out? Or are you still figuring stuff out? Hey Seige, what's happening? We got some stuff going on in Chatcraft over here. I didn't even realize it, but we have a fair amount of units on the map right now. Flip Bambino and Mazur. Oh, I didn't even see Mazur's making some Marines in the background. How's it going, man? Stop measuring it in hours and days and start measuring it in years. Yeah. That's not a concept that I would have always understood, but I understand it now. Because you start looking at like, okay, well, if I'm in this job for 5 years, right? That is, you know, that's potentially 15% of the rest of my life. Do I want to spend 15% of my life doing this job? Like that, it kind of turns into like a pretty... Years become a significant portion of what you have left, you know? Hopefully we're not getting too deep or emo for everyone just trying to enjoy some Starcraft here, but yeah, man, it's interesting to think about. Who I am on the inside now is different from who you knew. Huh. Does that mean you've been infested by the Zerg? And you're turning into hybrid? Or something else. Might be something else, I guess. Well, you don't necessarily have to explain it in YouTube comments, but I'd be curious to hear at some point about who the new you is. Or how he's different. I would say I'm still the same. I've just feeling different about who I am, I guess. Was that, wait, what was that kid? Was he sleeping or something like that? What happened there? I missed it for a sec. Oh no, he's just looking down. He's like, oh, I'm on TV! That kid's like a young kid too. That's kind of fun. How cool for him. That would make you an infested Terran? Well, I mean, like, Kerrigan got infested and she kept her mind mostly, right? Sort of.
약간 밀린다고 하겠습니다만 오버로드 정찰은 제대로 했으니까
예.
이 정찰을 초반에 좀 줄여가면서
Hey, maybe you want to explode. Maybe that's what you figured out that your destiny is to do, is to explode somewhere. I don't know. Hopefully not. When did Zerg infest Protoss? Was that a Starcraft 2 thing?
그래서 그 타이밍만 잘 버텨내게 된다면은 김민철 선수 입장에서는 잘 따라가는 가운데
I thought all YouTubers were psionics, and that's why they were able to make YouTube videos.
이제 올리는 김민철 선수고요. 오버로드가 위쪽으로 올라가서 지금
Was it Young Diggity?
해철이 올라가는 타이밍.
강약 조절을 잘 해주면서 이 상황에 따라서 앞마당엔 성큰까지도
Yeah.
건설을 해야
Diggity was
막는 것이 필요하겠는데 성큰 건설이 늦게 되면서 저글링에 그냥
Diggity was actually a 15-year-old Korean kid when he was 30.
그게 가장 중요한 포인트 중에 하나고 역시 고석현 선수는
I did beat Starcraft 2, but it was like 10 years ago. I don't remember that shit. I'm old. Let's see, when was Legacy of the Void? Legacy of the Void was like 6 years ago? That was the last time I played Starcraft 2. The secret level and Protoss campaign and Brood War had hybrids. Really? I don't remember that. But as I mentioned, I'm old. I only played the Brood War campaigns last year. I replayed them recently. But I don't know if I did the secret level or not. I think I did. I remember trying to figure that out, but you remember it very well. Well, good for you. I looked at some of the cutscenes recently, and that reminded me a little bit of the story. By the way, this is a ZVZ, and it's short, so I'm not even gonna bother changing the overlay for the colors. But Soul Key is red. Soul Key is red, and Hyun is teal. By the way, it is Christmas ZVZ. True. How festive. But yeah, I looked at some of the cutscenes because I was making a special donation screen montage, which is usually reserved for special donations, but I'm going to show it to you anyway because I think you'll think it's cool. I just want to show off mostly. So I'm going to pause this and I'm going to show X my special montage that I made. Where is it? Here we go. There you go. So I pieced together different parts from different cutscenes from Starcraft 2 to make that. Yeah, every time we... I can't believe Soulkey got that scammed. Like, how... I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've heard about so many scams that I, like, feel like I wouldn't fall for that. I could be wrong. Maybe I would fall for it. They're on, like, even timings. They're on basically the same build right now.
자, 지금 앞마당에서 가스 채취하고 있는 고석현 선수. 네. 자, 아래쪽으로 우선 내려보내는데요.
일단 뭐 드론부터 먼저 생각을 했기 때문에 저글링 러시를 기획하기에는 저글링의 양이 그렇게 많지가 않죠. 네. 예.
자, 이제 스파이어가 완성되고요.
Have you seen Chatcraft X, the mini game that I made? I mean, obviously it's on screen now, but if you haven't seen it, I made a mini game for my chat. And I actually used a custom map to put all the units into a free-for-all battle at the end. So that special video is what, if you buy a hero unit to contribute to the chat, then it does that.
할지라도 오버로드 정찰이 잘 되고 잘만 맞춰간다면 이런 식으로 상대방에게 센터 주도권을
You cannot make units on. Unfortunately, YouTube is behind the times and it doesn't have channel points. You can only use channel points on Twitch. Although I might be able to get a hack to do that, like if I can get a second chat bot or something like that for YouTube, but and do like a fake currency or something, but it's not likely. I basically just have to wait for YouTube to catch up and do channel points of some kind, which they may never do. There you go. You probably have some channel points saved up, I imagine. Has he been in here before? Although actually, I don't know, because at a certain point I had to turn on the channel points. Oh, here we go. Sulky doing some harassment. Gets a couple drones. This is interesting that Sulky they had identical builds, but Sulky is on the offensive and Hyun is on the defense. I wonder why that is. Did Hyun sneak out a couple extra drones and so he like felt like he was behind? Like, why does Hyun have more stuff? Did I miss something? Hey, there you go. You've bought an Overlord. Congratulations. Unfortunately, my Hanukkah and my Kwanzaa stuff is in the way of the animation, so I didn't get to see it in full, but it looked like we were gonna maybe have a Terran win, but X is bolstering the Zerg. The old Scourge Muta versus Scourge Muta battle. It looks like Sulky is playing it better, but I'm not sure. No, maybe not. Why is Hyun pulling his Scourge back? There's no reason to pull his Scourge back unless he has them hotkeyed with his mutas, which would be a little silly. Oh wow, wow! Actually, Hyun just Hyun just wrecked him. You can see Baby Sulky on camera there being like, "What the hell? Oh no, I'm screwed." He's like sunk down in his chair. Aw, poor Sulky. You've supported the Swarm very well. The Zerg have won more Chatcrafts than both the others combined. We'll do a Chatcraft after the next game. Alright, so Hyun wins. And they're gonna send out to face Hyun. They're gonna send out free. So we got a PVZ, which all rhyme. So what we'll do is this. I'm gonna turn this on. Boom, little alert. After this VOD, we'll close down Chatcraft and we'll actually have the battle. Hyun versus Free. This should be a good game, actually. I think I say it a lot, but it's true. Sign Storm for 20 minutes. Or Scarabs. So if people in chat that are new, I've never seen Chatcraft before, we're gonna do a Chatcraft battle at the end of this game. I'm gonna start building in the background as well. I need to boot up Battle.net. Boot up Battle.net.
유영태 선수는 에스텍 소울전에서 저그 2명만 2번 다 패배를 했습니다. 예. 최근에 저그전 잘 안 풀리고 있어요.
예, 그래서 윤용태 선수가 벤젠에 나온 거
Boot up the old Starcraft.
생각이다라고 볼 수 있는 건데, 글쎄요. 일단은 뭐 더블력하면서 천천히 가겠다라는 생각으로 보이는데 말이죠.
네.
Up.
운영 싸움으로 가서
Are the Terrans gonna make a play at outmatching the Zerglings?
공략하기에는 동선이 너무 멀어서 적의 포커스를 그대로 내주면서 하이브가 올라간 상태에서 플레이그 맞고 다크선 맞고 경기를
But let's see, where's my map editor?
그 전에 언덕 쪽으로 집중적으로 공략해오는 러커를 제대로 막지 못해서 러커 타이밍에 그냥 경기가 끝나버리. 로보틱스가 앞마당 쪽에 있다가 경기가 끝나버리는 이런
So yeah, basically I pull up
여러 가지로 이제 저가
the map editor.
지형 자체가 좀 이 벤젠에서 많기 때문에 적의 승률이 높은 건데 그런 것들을 공략.
I'm gonna be doing this in the background mostly, but I pulled the map editor. I put all the units onto this special map so they can fight it out.
근데 또 저그가 스프링크를 또 언제 지었는지.
Oh, we got a zealot in there also.
이 고석현 선수는 또 A급 프로토스
Sacrificial zealot?
연달아 최근에 잡은
Or is this the beginning of a comeback? Now the Terrans are currently supply blocked, so someone needs to buy a depot if you want to add more Marines at this point.
선수에게 연속해서 패배를 하면서 4승 6패 40%로 승률이 떨어져 있는 이런 상황입니다. 그래도 이제 벤젠에서 어쩔 수 없이 나올 수밖에 없었거든요. 김민철 선수가 아즈텍에서 고석현 선수에게 좀 아쉽게 패배를 했기 때문에 원래 김민철 선수 카드는 못해도 벤젠까지는
I just got a random heart on my screen. It's cool.
벤젠 이전에 무너졌기 때문에 윤용태 선수가 나올 수밖에 없었고요.
Well, I'll put it there.
선 넥서스
Hide it for later.
네.
There's no place for you.
고석현 선수의 그 11월 앞마당 빌드의
Chatcraft is all inclusive. Anyone can play Chatcraft.
12도는 앞마당이니까 게다가 러시 거리도 좀 있으니까 계속해서 프로브 돌려가면서 상대방의 확장 방해해주고 그다음에 이제 저글링 얼마만큼
It's more fodder for the Zerglings. Don't you want the Zerglings to get more kills on the board?
자 여기 바로 그냥 입구 쪽 건물을 지금 막아내고 있고요.
네.
자 상대 정찰을 통해서 정보를 얻어내고 자 건물을 올렸습니다.
예, 드론 나오는 것까지 지금
Yeah, the old pylon heart.
포즈까지 바로 올라갈 수
I think this one is yeah, this one is the actual. This is the real thing.
예, 그렇죠.
Yeah, this is actually from the game. I cut it out. Oh wait, you can flip it upside down?
네.
예, 또 생각을 해볼 수 있었는데 첫 번째 캐논부터
That's weird.
이쪽에 대한 그 대비까지 생각을
예.
해보고 있습니다.
정면 수비보다는 말씀해주신 대로 언덕 수비까지.
Sorry.
네. 더 과감하게 하지는 않네요. 아무래도 위험성이 있으니까.
Got a little distracted.
캐논 올리고 있고요.
네.
All right, so I got into battle.net relatively easy.
지금 정찰합니다. 입구에 건물 배치 지금 보고 있어요.
네.
Okay, so we got that set up for doing Chatcraft later.
체제 또 맞춰나가는 능력이 뛰어나거든요.
네.
예.
계속 프로브로 괴롭혀주는 거.
I asked many times to make Chatcraft pay to win, but the devs won't listen.
최근에 이 프로리그 내에서 윤용태 선수 적으면 3연패입니다.
네.
연패를 끊을 때가 됐고.
It's like a little bit pay to win. It's a little bit pay to win.
패배를 하는 이런 양상들이 많았죠.
네.
윤용태
But
선수가
yes,
나와서 카드만 붙이면은 윤용태 선수가 무너지는 경향들이 많았죠.
There have been some times where
이런 조건을 세 경기까지 맞춰갔다가
persons who will go unnamed have paid and
상황들이 많이 나왔습니다.
still not won,
그렇죠. 이런
unfortunately.
약점이 있다면 스나이핑이 가능하기 때문에 위너스 리그에서 살아남기가 힘들어요.
네.
예.
뭐 약점이 있다고.
But I kind of like that it's not entirely pay to win, right?
그 부진을 한번 깨 부술 수 있는 그 좋은 계기가 되어야 될 이 한 판인데요.
저그가 지금 알고 나온 윤용태예요.
It's super pay to win, but at the same time, like
오버로드로 캐논 위치 보니까
it's the battle. I don't think there's been almost any battles that have been decided by the paid units. It usually just has to do with which one is which side has spent more channel points.
추가 저글링 생산했던 것을 못 봤었거든요. 예, 그런 가운데
Because we've had some games where there was multiple Ultralisks involved and heroes, but there was just more Marines, and so I don't think anyone's ever gotten a Protoss hero unit. No one's ever bought a Protoss hero unit. And actually, has anyone ever bought? Oh no, people have bought some on Archon a couple times. Yeah, so.
5시까지 해처리 완성을 시켰고요. 고승태 선수. 네. 자, 아둔 스타게트 이후에 아둔 선택.
So it's pay to win, but it's also mostly democratic. So.
예. 일단 그 발업질러 사용 후에 소스다크 또 이러면서
And I do have some ideas for improvements on it, but I just haven't had the time or energy to make any improvements. Is my stream okay right now?
자, 입구 쪽에서 지금 고승태 선수
Twitch is telling me the bitrate is on fire, and that's not good.
돌아가는지 안 돌아가는지 보고 싶어서 그런 거고요.
자, 여기서 다시 한번 때렸다가 빠지고.
예.
신경 거슬리게 지금 만들어주고 있습니다.
네.
그러면서 해처리.
It's red bitrate, which usually means that my
커세어가
My internet is screwed up.
위해서는 구석구석을 돌아야 되고 그 동선이 좀 길기 때문에 그 사이에 스파이어 완성되고
it seems fine.
찍힌다면은 커세어가 정찰하는 것 이외에 오버로드를 끊기는 힘든 이런 상황이 되거든요.
Okay.
예, 그 시간까지 노린 오버로드를 구석구석 잘 숨겨놨어요. 본진 위쪽에
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
커세어가 지금 나왔고 커세어 통해서 좀 정찰하고 있는데
커즈가
스커지가 좀
딱 뜨죠.
딱
예, 오버로드를 만약에 안 숨겨놓고 센터 쪽에 그냥 좋은 위치에다가 떠 있었으면은
I did have some stutters earlier. Okay.
예, 그러지 못한 상황이 됐고요.
Alright.
예. 자, 이 초반에 나온 커세어 잡히면 경기 힘들어지거든요.
예.
Freaking Battle.net, man. I don't know what's wrong with. Okay, yeah, my bitrate just evened out as well.
예.
For some reason, my Starcraft program is just broken. I don't know why it doesn't like function properly. Oh, that one zealot was not quite in the gap in time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
캐논부터 어이구 깨요.
Zerglings in your gap. He actually lost most of them there, though, just trying to kill that cannon. I think he should just run past the cannon. I don't know why he decided to attack it. He's like, there's a zealot and a cannon here. I'm gonna fight him. Definitely don't want to run into the undefended main base. That was a nice pick.
지금 캐논 부순 이후에 들어와서
Oh, it looks like he did run one ling into the main, or a couple. Oh, but those are the same ones, they just afterwards. So yeah, they're gonna die too. I don't know, Hyun's not playing like S+ class Starcraft here.
예, 커세어도 떨어지고요.
네, 그래도 압박을 해야 됩니다. 지금은 캐논 하나 깨지고 본진 안쪽에서 프로브를 좀 잡히고 이랬었기 때문에.
Yeah, but he's not making more units though, so he's not going for a break right now. If he was going for a break, that would make sense. But right now he's on the defensive. I don't know. It seems a little awkward. He only has one sunk in here. Actually, is he gonna get broken himself? He might just get broken himself here, actually. He's got zealots all up in his nat. Losing drones. Looks like he might fight it off with Zerglings, but maybe not. Get more Marines. He bought a supply depot. Someone needs to actually fill the depot with Marines.
지금 앞마당 쪽에서 하이브 빨리 가려고 다른 유닛 안 뽑았거든요. 뮤탈리스크도 안 가고 그냥 저글링을 뽑아야겠다라는 생각을 했는데 지금 입구 쪽에 뚫려버렸어요.
자, 여기 빨리 정리하고
네.
지금 복구를 해야 되는
물론 이 공격이 결국 이제 다수의 해처리에서
There we go.
드론이 있더라도 막기는 막습니다만 이게 카드를 다 보여준 셈이기 때문에 프로토스가
Wait, Pragma twice. I thought you usually buy zealots. Are you just making use of the depot to try and defeat the Zerg?
세 군데 자원 채취하는 그 세 군데 중에 한 군데에 들어오는 거의 괴멸을 시켰으니까요.
All right, we got a decent. I think the Marines have now taken control. It's looking like a Terran win probably, but who knows?
공중병력이 지금 방 1업이 돼
Anything
있고요.
not Zerg is good.
두 개를 지른다거나 바로 플러들이 뛰어나올 때쯤 되면 소수 히드라라도 좀 안쪽에서 화력 지원을 해주는
tired.
지금 호되게 당하고 난 이후에
I should be tired. I actually slept last night,
않았다는 것을 의미합니다.
which is kind of amazing.
수비하느라고 이 시간에 안 들어올 거야라고 생각했던 것 자체가 약간 계산 미스였던 것 같습니다. 지금
Like I actually slept through the night last night. It hasn't happened very much, for the most part. Oh, that's a lot of Scourge. Oh, they got a little bit distracted. They were like focus firing down, and then they like moved to the side to attack one Scourge on the side.
예.
Is that Queen gonna live?
퀸이요.
No.
또 하나 더.
오, 퀸.
어우.
자, 뭐 커세어가 좀 떨어지기는 했습니다만은 추가 확장을 지금 먹을 수 있는 이런 상황이고.
Well, it's interesting thing because in my chat, apparently most of the people are Zerg fans, and so they buy a lot of Zerg units, and so the Zerg actually win Chatcraft more than they lose. The Terran and the Protoss are both way far behind in the win count, so sometimes the Terran and Protoss do actually gang up against the Zerg, just because the Zerg win too much with Chatcraft. So
퀸 준비하고 있고. 자, 전략 들고 나온 고석현 선수고요. 자, 윤용태 선수는 지금 의도를 알았어요.
예. 뭐 리버 생산하고
Alright, how many? We got 12 Marines going right now.
상대방의 그 저글링 위주로 어쨌든 뭐 인스네어를 쓰든 플레이그를 쓰든 주력은 저글링을 쓰겠다라는 의도를 확실히 알았거든요.
예.
예, 그렇기 때문에 거기에 걸맞는
We got
준비를
20 Zerglings right now.
라든가 히드라리스크 뭐 이런 것들이 전혀 안 보이기 때문에 삼성상으로 질럿을 지금 이길 수가 없는 상황입니다.
예.
게다가 지금 코도일이 공격을 잡고 있어서
네.
다크를 보기가
아이고.
조금 확인하기가 힘든 상황이 돼버렸는데
자, 평가를 받습니다.
We got one zealot.
자,
예.
병력 갖추고 지금 들어가고 있는데 지금 나올 수 있는 병력이 별로 없어요.
피드백이 진짜 무섭죠.
I hope the one zealot kills like 4 Marines. He could. Sometimes the Protoss end up as a spoiler actually, and they will change the face of the battle very significantly by distracting some Zerglings or by distracting some Marines or by, you know, killing more of one than the other or something like that. Hey, Realm Edge. Miss the good old days. Yeah, man, we all do. That's why we're here watching the good old days. This is from 2011. Is he just gonna break him here? I love the Dark Archon just chilling in the middle there for no reason. Like, what? Why is the Dark Archon there? Did he cast a Maelstrom and I missed it? Or is it Dark Archon just like, just there just for moral support or something like that? Uh-oh, Smith coming in with some last-minute Zerglings. Because when the game ends, I'm gonna pause the redemptions. Reinforcements!
Piece of me, boy. You want a piece of me, boy?
Why is the game not over, actually? Why is Hyun still in the game? Sometimes these meal kits could feed a baby, and sometimes it's 5 pounds of food. Really? I'm more surprised by the second thing. All right, there's the GG. Chatcraft is paused. We'll go ahead and pull up. Free takes the game. So I think it's now. What's the score? Like 2-2 or 3-2 in the Winners League or something like that? It's actually pretty close. It's kind of cool. It's been back and forth wins. All right, so I got out a few more Lings and a few more Marines. We got 12 Marines. We need 4 more. So we'll add those, and we'll add 1 more Marine. Ended up with just 1 Zealot, and then how many Zerglings we have here? We got 20 Zerglings. We need 30. So we'll take this clump of 5 and we'll copy and we'll paste. There we go. Now we got 30 Zerglings. All right, and we'll go ahead and save the map. And we'll pull it up in Brood War for the playing it out. Man, you gotta love BattleNet chat. I just open up and like you automatically get put in a BattleNet chat room, you know, and like someone was saying twin Glock in my pants in all caps, and someone else was like calling out someone else in the chat and asking for a rematch. It's just such toxic crap, so ridiculous. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the battle now. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. This could be pretty close, actually. We'll see what the Zealot, which side the Zealot joins. There's a lot of Zerglings, but there's a decent amount of Marines. It's about even supply. And the Zealot goes for the Lings, but the Lings get a surround. And now it's just Lings versus Marines. They're working away at them slowly. This is gonna be close. This is so close. I thought the Marines were gonna win, but the Zerg ended up taking it. Oh my gosh. GG. Flip Bambino, X, and Snip coming in with the win, and the MVP is gonna be X. Well done. In his first Chatcraft appearance ever, David Angel 64 coming out with the MVP for the Zerg. Nice, well done, well done. GG. I thought the Marines were gonna win that, man. 16 Marines. I thought that was gonna be enough. That was kind of crazy. 30 Zerglings beat 16 Marines apparently. And yeah, and they took on the Zealot. Yeah, there's no stim, but there's also no Zerg speed. There's also no Zealot speed, so just do no upgrades to make it even. Alright, now unfortunately I can't switch off this screen without resetting it, or it doesn't work the next time, so... Oh, my thing is still off. Hold on, let me change this real quick while I'm thinking about it. There we go. We'll move this down a little tad. Oh, it's snapping. Hold on a sec. Hold on just a second here. Okay, we'll do... There we go. Does that look good? I think that's good. Close enough. Anyway, we'll reset for the next time. Oh, not rest. There we go. Now we'll reset for the next time. And we'll get back into the next game. Well done. That was a good one. That was a nice close one. I like it. So let's see. Next up is Free versus C. Look at this epic introduction too. I love this stuff where they're just all they're doing is just panning the camera around, but they make it look really good. All right, so here we go. Free versus C. I think it's 3-2, right? I think it's 3-2. C versus Free. Oh, we gotta turn this off as well. Bonk. Seige! Omnida! Not even sure what that means. It must mean like, let's go! Yeah, it's 2-3. It's 2-3. So if Free wins this game, he wins the series. If C wins this game, it'll go to an ace match. Or I don't know if it's called an ace match, but it'll be a final match basically. And now David Angel 64 gets to gloat for the entire next Chatcraft round and be the MVP on the screen the whole time. And I get to eat some grapes.
마무리를 짓지 못하는 바람에 대역전패 만들어지는 경우 분명 많았거든요.
그렇죠. 어제 경기에서 뭐 정명 선수가 막 3킬에서도 이영호 선수가 딱 나와서 마무리 지어버리니까 바로 그냥 끝나버렸어요.
예, 웅진 스타즈의
Elon Musk to buy 40 Ultras.
제 역할을 못 해준다라는 거였거든요. 바로 그런 것까지 그런 고민까지 한꺼번에 날려버릴 수 있는 이런 좋은 계기.
You got good old Elon on speed dial, right?
마무리해주고. 유용태 선수가 최근에 10경기 공식전에서 3승 7패의 저조한 성적을 보여주고 있었는데
I do too, of course, but I don't like to bug him.
아주 분위기를 확 타게 되면 웅진 스타즈는 쓸데없이 3대4로 패배를 하는 안 좋은 기록.
I feel like Elon Musk would be a Protoss fan though.
예. 이 3대4로 패배하는 게 제일 아쉬운 거예요.
예, 완패를 당한다면 깨끗이 잊을
He's so into like crazy tech and stuff like that. But I feel like he would be a Protoss supporter. He'd buy 40 Archons instead.
좀 기억 속에 오래 아쉬움으로 자리 잡을 만한 일이거든요.
Grimes divorcing Elon was a great day. I don't even know who that is.
네. 자, 그냥 여기서 또 밀리게 됐다가는
All the billionaires are getting divorced recently though, apparently.
네.
바로 네커스.
네. 그리고 이제 MC 게임 히어로 팀에서도 지금은 이재호 선수가 완벽하게 제 페이스를 찾았다고 보기 힘든 양상에서 테란의 또 하나의 카드라고 볼 수 있는
always asks you for
테란
money.
투탑 라인 중에 하나라고 볼 수 있는 연보성 선수라도
Typical Elon.
위너스 리그에서 신을 내는 상황이 만들어지기를 바랄 것 같습니다.
Typical Elon.
일단 이 앞마당을 빠르게 가져가는데 일단 거리는 멀고 이후 중후반에 저 센터
Isn't that? It may just be a stereotype, but isn't? It's a thing, right? That like rich people also tend to be the stingiest, which kind of makes sense because that's how they get rich. Because they're stingy about money, right?
굉장히 중요한 라만차겠습니다.
예.
Oh.
자, 지금 1시 쪽 갔다가 지금 11시 가서 두 번째 정찰을
네.
성공할 연보성 선수인데.
네.
자,
I'm gonna go unplug my rice
네커스 바로 올렸습니다.
네.
so it doesn't get like too dried out.
자, 보면서 맞춰 나가야 되고요.
BRB. This time instead of
자, 초반에
having to take,
지금 없어요.
예.
I actually remembered to make rice before a stream so I can eat it after.
손해설이 차를 사셨대요. 네.
They copied it.
정말 이 등장장구 마이너스 30만 원에서
이제는
노력 많이 하셔가지고요.
그럼요. 워낙 성실하게 그리고 잘
할부로.
잘 아끼면서 사니까 월부로 샀죠. 월부.
예,
예.
그렇죠.
원래는 좀 임대차를 타고 다녔습니다.
렌트카라고
Okay.
하죠.
예.
So this time I made rice beforehand, so then after stream I can just
그 상황에서 좀 벗어난 게 좀 개인적으로
got some veggies, some mushrooms. I'll just cook those up, throw the rice in. Hope you get good times.
할부를 해야 되는데 이러면 안 됩니다.
네.
예, 이런 상황에 가지 않기 위해서라면은
네.
끝낼 때 끝내고 연봉도 좀 올리고
Got my headphones switched.
저 임성춘에서 잘 나갈 때 있었거든요.
그런데 이제 좀 쓸데없는 곳에
아.
방해했다가
Cooking is a pain in the butt, man.
그렇죠.
예, 남은 건 마이너스 통장.
예.
뭐 이런 거죠.
정말 보면 벌써 지금 안쓰러운데.
예, 그래도 워낙 사람이 통실하잖아요. 일단.
See, that's the trick. Is I actually am living in a TARDIS, so I spend 20 years someplace, but then I actually just go back in time to 19 and a half years ago, and so it looks like, from your perspective, that I'm moving every 6 months.
찾아가는 이런 모습을 보는 것도 정말 좋고, 예, 게다가 이제 자신의 돈으로, 예, 비록
You can totally crash at my place. Oh, it's kind of a mess right now. Actually, it's usually a mess. It's not just right now. It's most of the time. It's a mess. I made a pretty good effort with this current place to keep it a little less messy. It's true. Maybe you have. But once I realized like no one was gonna come and visit me here, and then also that I was moving in like a month or so, I kind of gave up because I was like, well, why bother cleaning if I'm just gonna end up cleaning again in a month when I move out, you know?
너무 많은 정보 알려주셨는데요. 어쨌든 간에 뭐 이 두 선수들도 이거 경험도 있고
What's he making over here?
오래 했지 않습니까? 그 산전수전 다 겪은 선수들인데.
Is that a? Where was that? Hold on.
선수들도 이거
Oh, it's just at the side of his base. Oh, he's just making a command center to float over to the third. Okay, I thought it was like some proxy tech or something like that because it was in a weird spot. Oh, wait, that Dragoon! Oh. Did he spot the robo? I think he probably spotted the robo. Let's go back. Okay, so he gets in here. Somehow he doesn't kill this SCV. This Dragoon popping out is popping out at the perfect time. If he'd actually attacked a moment sooner, though, the SCV wouldn't have gotten up the ramp, because then we go boom. So does that SCV have vision of that robo? Because even if the SCV dies, he's got 1 second to click on that robo and see what it is. But I don't know. Do you guys think it's within vision? I don't know if it is, man. Oh, that's tough. Tough to call. I don't know. I guess we'll see how he reacts. Gash Pan, what's going on? Yeah, SCVs are the most powerful unit in the game, for sure. Almost tank. Was it really that far?
자, 게이트 더 늘리고 있는 윤영태 선수고요.
예, 상대방의 이 빠른 확장까지도 계산된
I don't know.
파이런이라고 볼 수 있겠는데.
Sometimes it's hard to tell with the diagonals and stuff.
코멘트 선수가 지어줬다는 사실은 알 수 있겠습니다만.
Well, now he's hiding his own tech. So, okay, so even if he saw the robo, he's not gonna expect the,
아니고 말이죠.
네.
자, 6시에 지금 견제는 했습니다만 자, 연보성 선수
I don't know.
센터를 올리고 있고요.
예, 둘 중에 하나는 해야
I mean, I guess he kind of just plays the same anyways, depending on if he doesn't know what the tech is, he's just gonna get turrets, right? Because the turrets are good against reaver drops, the turrets are good against DTs. So you can just kind of play safe.
자원 썼다라는 것도 연보성 선수가 알 수 있어서 이제는 추가적으로 멀티 해가면서 방어 타워 터렛 안전하게 건설하고 한번 지킬 생각하고 있을 것
Nice,
같습니다.
nice.
옵저우 나왔고.
네.
How are the rotten potatoes cooking up?
3게이트 만들어 놓고 아비터 테크 타는 게 멀티를 안 먹었기 때문에 타이밍 러시에도 강하고요.
Oh yeah, I was saying earlier I was surprised that some of the meal kits were actually a lot of food. Because that's one of the reasons why I haven't gotten meal kits, because they usually look like they're just a small amount of food. I don't know, I tend to eat a lot. I would probably have to get
제거를 하고 커맨드 센터 날리고 있죠.
예.
자, 스캔 달고요.
I would probably have to get
이 아머리까지도 짓고 탄탄하게 업그레이드하면서.
Oh, you just made japchae instead? That's pretty good. I would probably have to get like one of those meal kit for two things where you're supposed to make a meal for two, and then I'd probably eat it all myself. I don't know why I'm not losing weight. How to be a map hacker. Rush Spire, build 2,000 minerals worth of Zerglings and attack. Oh, how to beat. Oh, okay, okay. It's like, what? Oh, right. Yeah, because they'll see your Spire and they'll respond to it, yeah. You can still kind of do that, even if they're not map hacker, if they're just good and they scan you. I was arguing with someone in Twitch chat the other day, which is always a bad idea. But they were talking about, like, cheaters getting high ELO or something like that, and someone said, like, why are none of the top players cheaters or bug abusers in Age of Empires, actually? And I was like, well, the top players care about getting better, not cheating, and so the very top players tend to be like actual legit players. And they're like, I don't know, I think you get pretty high up with cheating. I'm like, well, yes, but no. Like, you actually have to be good at the game in order to be able to use the cheats. And this guy was arguing with me about it, like, no. And I was like, you're an idiot. Noodles for two, serving yourself. Nice. I have. It's like a meme. But I've actually had it happen to me where, you know, you order Chinese food and they give you 2 sets of utensils just to rub it in that you're eating two people's food by yourself. Oh, they're all for 2, okay. You make it and save half for lunch? That's cool. That's good. It's a good way of doing it. I have issues with control when something is in front of me. If it came in 2 portions, I could eat one and leave the other. But if it comes in one meal, I'll eat it and I'll be like, I'll eat this half, and they'll be like, I'll just eat a little bit more of this other half. I'll eat a little bit more of this other half. And I'll just like, it's bad. Need to work on that, but it's a failing of mine. What's up, Black Hand? Moletrap looking dapper? Well, thank you. It's because I actually had a date yesterday, so I cleaned up and I wore a shirt with a collar and everything for the date yesterday, and I haven't changed since then. I slept in this shirt and woke up with it, so that's why. So that's why I'm wearing a nice shirt today. Yeah, no, there's been no tanging of either up or down. I just have no access to powdered drinks, which I'm sure is what you're referring to. Is it off again? What the hell? I even remembered without you reminding me earlier, minions, but then I paused it again because I'm a noob.
확장을 최대한 주지 않는 선에서 자신의 확장을
Alright, back on.
그래서 한시 쪽 게이트웨이까지
Dressed to impress. Kinda.
원하는 대로 가는 것이거든요.
I wore a nice shirt, and then I wore a kind of a scummy, not scummy, but like a,
있는 겁니다. 결국 윤용태 선수가 아비터를
I wore like a hoodie with it because I didn't really have any other. I don't have a nice jacket. I need to get a nice jacket.
좀 아비터에 대한 변수는 분명히 있어요.
아비터 이제 두개씩 나오고요.
No, not exactly. The day went pretty well actually. I think she said she wanted to see me again, but then she hasn't responded to me. So maybe she was just saying that to be polite, even though it's not actually polite.
아비터 다수를 지금 준비하고 있는
See if she
상황이고요.
said anything. No.
쪽에 확장 가져가는 의도는 지금 연보성 선수지 않았습니다.
So we'll see. We'll see. Every guy was wearing the same jacket. Isn't it funny how that happens where something gets trendy and it's like everyone kind of does that? It's like the joke of like when you see like you know I almost said screenshot, a photo of you know, a fancy store and there's like 7 women, they all have long blonde hair and UGG boots in the same jacket or whatever.
미리미리 가서 지금 잡을 준비해놓고 있는 윤용태.
예, 와, 도움을 주러 오는 그
You glad you bought your uniform? At the vegan place it was free for all. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Although it's funny how sometimes you even have subcultures who have their own recall. That was a little interesting, kind of a little slow recall. I don't know if this is gonna go well for free actually. Oh, but he's gonna get the... Oh, he gets the upgrades. He got both of the armories. Oh man, he's gonna lose a lot of units for this. He's not gonna kill very much, but getting those 2 armories might be really important. Oh, is he gonna get this science facility? No, he's barely not going to. He almost could have stopped EMP from researching. Check out this Christmas tree. It's a a vegan board game restaurant? That sounds amazing. I want to go now. Nice. Dude, that's amazing. Portal Christmas tree, that's great. I've seen Portal Christmas trees before, but that's like one of the best implementations I've seen. That's really good. I don't know how they pulled that off. That's amazing that they got it to hang that way. Nice, okay, well. I visited Philly a few years back. Another recall? Same spot? Wait, what? Okay, this is okay. Hold on. Calm down, freak. They put it right up in front of a door. Did they really? They did. I wonder if they realized it. If they got so caught up in making it happen, then they're like, oh shoot, now I can't open this door. I can't get out of my house because there are trees in the way. It's because it's at an angle that makes it look even crazier. Anyway. Yeah, that was not a good recall. That was not... At this point, he should be recalling the side bases and trying to kill the economy, I think. What was I saying a minute ago? I don't know. Yeah, I visited Philadelphia, and I just took like the tour bus around. I wasn't super impressed, but I didn't really get to see any of the cool spots and like go in anywhere, except for the history stuff. I like walked around the history area for a little while. How hot blue-haired girls are? I do dig dyed hair.
많이 뽑아놨던 연무동 선수의 병력들이 활약을 하지 못하고 있다는 것이 문제입니다. 뭐 윤용수 선수는 지금 다수의 자원을 확보하고 있어서
예.
자, 그
What else was I saying though?
그러면 안 되거든요.
I feel like I was responding to something else.
상대방의 아비터가 대기하고 있는 지역으로 바로 힘있게 들어갔거든요.
예. 저희
I don't know, maybe I was talking about the date.
예, 패스를 활용해
Oh, she does not play StarCraft. No. She'd never heard of StarCraft, but it's okay, no one's perfect.
게다가 이 탱크가 좀 붙어 있으면 좀
Because I told her that I was a caster, and she didn't seem like necessarily impressed by it, but she seemed like she thought it was interesting. How's it going, Blackhand? By the Blackhand, did you say something earlier that I forgot to respond to? I guess you just said sup. Oh yeah, it's responding to you when I was talking about my shirt. That's right. I guess it's not a crime to like not respond to something, but like I don't know. For some reason, I feel bad if I miss something that someone said. Sometimes I ignore what people say intentionally because I don't want to respond to it, but that's okay. That's different. Yeah, Free was like, I'm just gonna throw away all my units on some recalls and then lose the game. Yeah, some people know StarCraft too, that's true. Some people know StarCraft too, at least. Most people don't, though. When I told her I was in Korea. She's like, oh, why were you in Korea? And I was like, well, I was the English broadcaster for Korean professional video game tournaments. And she was like, I did not expect that one. He usually gets an interesting response from people when I meet them for the first time and I tell them something like that. Starcraft? Is that like World of Warcraft in space? Yes, it's the same thing. It's a really unique conversation point, you know? I've got several unique conversation points that I bring up from time to time. Like I'm probably someone who, you know, I've been on a number of first dates. I'm probably one of those guys that I'm probably a story for several women of like that guy, like they go to their friends and be like, you remember that time I went out with that guy and he was like a video game broadcaster and a Star Trek role player and some other dumb nerdy shit, and their friends are like, oh my god, so glad you didn't go out with that guy again.
한시적 확장 기제는 어쨌든 장악을 당한 이런 상황, 본진까지는 안 깨졌습니다만은 장악을 당한 상황이고 더 과감하게 플레이를 하지 않아도 연보성 선수는 지금
He lost 12? 12 what? I missed it.
업그레이드 계속되면서 상대방의 공격을 그냥 녹여버릴 수 있는 상황.
Yeah, Free is pretty done here, which is exciting though because that means it'll go to an ace match. If C wins, it'll be 3-3, and we'll have an ace match. Oh, he's going for the Nexus up there. 5, 4, 3, 2. No, Free should have GG'd already. So this is all an overtime for his GG timing anyway. But he's mining, you know, you never want to leave when you're mining. You can maybe pull off some miracle recall and screw them over badly enough or something like that, I guess. Or you can hold position and let his tanks kill you. Yeah, well, but the thing is Free doesn't have map vision, so he probably doesn't know about all the bases that C has. You know, he doesn't know how far behind he is. He's so far behind that he doesn't have enough map control to know how far behind he is. All right, he's stasis those tanks. Great. Delaying your demise for 30 seconds until the stasis wears off.
한시로 지금 연병하고 있는 유영태 선수예요.
아비터 지금 또 다 터졌고요. 아비터가 지금 스테이시 스프링트 한번 쓰고 지금 다 터졌거든요.
예. 자, 들이받습니다.
네, 어차피 밀어내고 멀티해야
Here we go. Okay, so he's trying to push in here.
추가타가 오기 전에
His zealot attacked the mine instead of the tanks, and that cost him a nice mine drag. Okay, here's his last push here. He's actually, I mean, this is a pretty effective attack by Free, honestly. He stasis the clump at the top to pick off the units on the bottom when they woke up from the stasis. Perfect timing.
그냥 전장에 투입이 같이 될 것 같거든요.
살아남을 수가 있어요, 병력이.
좀 어느 정도
Yeah, but stasis doesn't actually kill the units, right? So, like, you could do a lot of good stasises. But,
네, 손해였고 이거 한시가 그냥 이기세로 밀릴 것 같습니다. 게이트웨이도 두 개로 지금
has he cast a single Psystorm this game?
테라는 멀티가 지금 두
Or did he
개로
just skip Templars altogether?
지금 연보성 선수 절반 아래로 확장 다 가져갔습니다.
자신은 뭐 거의 뭐 자신만의 무한 맵을 만들고
I don't think I've seen a single Oh, he has got a couple? Okay. Because, like, that's what you need to actually kill the units. You need to storm them instead of stasis them.
이곳도 지금 무너져요. 디펜시 매트릭스 걸고 H상변 이용해서 이 한시 좀 밀어내고 있습니다.
이런 상황에서
So this is interesting. Oh, never mind.
더 가져간 상태에서
So
추가장비를 끊어줬어야
the interesting thing I thought was interesting was actually wrong, so I'm not even gonna say it.
보니까 그럴만한 여유 자체가 없었습니다.
But Free still has his main, but he just doesn't have any side bases anymore. So
이쪽 커맨드 센터는 안 깨진 상태에서 깨지지
get
않은
out the
상태에서
game, Free.
밀어낼 것 같거든요.
Get out, foo.
전력을 내준다 하더라도 확장의 5분의 1을 내주는 거고
Yeah, he's mining at 12, and that's it.
50%의 확장을
But C is mining at 4 or 5 bases at this point.
SCB가 죽었다고 하더라도
Free win.
커맨드 센터가 또 일을 하고 있기 때문에 자원이
Yeah, this is a free win for C.
이런 상황이에요. 커맨드 센터 안 깨졌고요. 한시 쪽 깼던 병력 일부가 돌아오는 이런 상황입니다. 이게 거의 마지막 힘 같은데요. 이거 윤용태 선수의.
이 병력까지 파괴가 되면 복구가 불가능하죠.
Come on, just kill him. Just kill him.
잘못된 전투가 여기까지 계속 이어지네요. 한 번도 병력을 앞서지를 못하고 있습니다.
그렇습니다. 뭐 오늘
I had a game like this in Age of Empires the other day,
이런 상황이네요.
where I had won the game and they just wouldn't freaking leave.
사연패였고
And doing this cheeky stuff to try and get back in the game, and it just was like, no. They'd get away with it for a minute, and then I'd just punish them for it.
3대3 이제 마무리 카드에 이제
They just wouldn't leave for a long time.
웅진스타즈가 여지껏 마무리를
G to the G for C of MBC.
자신감을 엿볼 수가 있네요. 넘칩니다.
It tolls for thee. Alright, so last game is... Oh, yeah. Zero's in the house, baby. C versus Zero. Nice. This is the replay. Skip to the actual game. I like they're showing the empty chair. They're like, who's gonna be? Who's the last player they're gonna send out? As if like their best player hasn't been the only one that hasn't played yet. Which is Zero. There he is. My man! My man Zero, aka Queen. C versus Zero. Put Queen up there. C. It's you? Oh man! I didn't know you played for the Wunjin Stars. I thought you were on SK Telecom. Oh, my mistake. Alright. This is in the old NBC Game Studio too. Cute little studio. Go Terran! I'm rooting for Zero though. I'll bet you didn't see shield this choice. There was zero chance that I see it coming.
연보성과 김명훈의 대결 딱 시작한 데 있어서 이 김명선은 도발을 좀 해서요. 앞머리가
Even though Zero is the star of the stars.
네, 그러니까 상대방이 그냥 거기에 대한 맞대응을 하기도 전에 들어가기 1분
Man.
전에 머리 많이 길었네요. 이러고 경기 쭉 들어왔어요.
답글 쓸 시간도 안 줬어요.
I hope that chick gets back to me.
자, 이 보긴 봤거든요, 지금 연보성 선수가.
네.
예, 경기 중에
We'll see, though.
말을 할 수도 있는 것도 아니고
아,
너희
말했다
경기
큰일
끝나고
납니다.
보자 이거거든요.
Statistics would imply that she probably will not.
경기로 이야기해야 되는 겁니다.
Purple Zerg, yeah, man.
대화할 수 있는 마지막 기회를 지금
I love purple on Starcraft. I actually I dig purple Protoss the most.
약간 한 수 위의 모습을 보였습니다.
Purple Terran,
I
feel like it's not very common.
먼저 했어요. 이 맵은 너무나도 적은 맵이다. 그러니까 김명훈 선수가 아니라고
3 meals worth.
머리 많이 길었네요. 이렇게
Nice.
경기가 출발했거든요.
Now I'm hungry.
5-4-3-2 2인을 할 때.
예.
I'm hungry. I'm always hungry though. That's my secret. I'm always hungry. I have a few more grapes.
연보성 선수는 깨야 되겠죠.
그렇죠.
그리고
대장전.
웅진 스타즈
Locally grown.
깨야 됩니다. 3대4. 이런 패배가
Grapes.
너무나도 좀 뼈아픈 패배다라는 말씀은 아까도 드렸잖아요. 이길 듯
Hard to beat Banana Squad?
그냥 완패를 한 것보다 더 아쉽습니다.
네.
골대가 눈앞에 보이고 이제 저기만 통과를 하면은 내가 1등인데 거기를
Overlords.
다른 길로 가서
Welcome to the chat.
당한다거나 혹은 넘어져서 상대방에게 추월을 당한다거나 이런 결과들이 제일 기억 속에서 오래 남을 거 아니에요.
네.
네, 완벽하게
Yellow Terran is pretty strong.
달리기에서
It's true.
포기를 하면은 포기라도 할 텐데 그러지도 못하는 이런 상황입니다.
눈앞에서.
Banana Squad makes me think of League of Legends with Soraka, who famously throws bananas at her opponents. Not really, but everyone says they're bananas.
환호를 하다가 자전거가 넘어졌어요. 그래서 뒤에 있는 선수에게 추월당했습니다. 그리고
영원히
이제
기억에 남죠.
막연자실한 표정이 뭐 해외 토픽에서도 한번 보인 적이 있었는데
My
그런
Overlord
양상이
impression?
내내 있었단 말이에요.
할 거예요.
그래서 이 어떻게 잡을까 고민을 하다가 12풀 앞마당
By the way,
이런 경기들이
if you guys like League of Legends and you want a cool, hip League of Legends streamer to watch, you should click on David Angel 64's name in chat and right click, open in new tab to go to his channel and follow him. Your nickname actually predates Brood War?
계속하고 있고요.
That's amazing.
그렇기 때문에 전체적으로 전적상이라든가 이런
God damn it, Moltap's in the chat.
보다 유리한 건 맞으나 문제는 이게 대장전이라는 게 더 문제죠.
그렇죠.
심리적으로 위축받았을 때 김명훈 선수가 자신의 능력이 안 나올 때가 많은데
엔지니어링 베이 올렸습니다.
You main Yasuo top? I thought you were doing all different roles with Yasuo or something like that. You never met him or anything like that? Just always Yasuo top?
그렇죠. 투엘 처리예요. 레어 테크 올리고요.
Do you have like a novelty account name that's just like only Yasuo top is your name so that people can't really deny you because they're like, well, if he made his name that, like we can't counter him.
자, 지난 위너스 리그 플레이오프에서 이 두 명 선수가 맞닥뜨려서 그때 당시
Prefer to be on top, huh?
자, 승리를 따냈거든요.
그렇죠.
자, 그 기억을
You thought about that? Some people, I mean, it's like you can't deny that, right? It's like if someone dedicated their entire life to playing this one person in this one role, it's like hard to argue. You can never say that you called it before them because their name was it, so they always called it first, you know? People used to get upset at me because I would play wonky off-meta roles, off-meta characters. I used to play Cassidon everywhere. People love that. Scouting SCV. It's gonna get in here. It's being chased. He's gonna get in. He could have drone blocked it. Oh, he killed it before he saw the Spire timing. Interesting. So what, Overlords? Why is your name Overlords? What is that from? Oh god, did you clip my Overlord impression? Damn it. I mean, there's basically no difference. You're not sure if you actually were hearing the game sounds or me. It's so close. It's hard to tell. So now these mutalisks are flying across the map, and he has no clue Wow. He's getting this SCV ready to finish the turret. He's just sending multiple SCVs, but the turret's almost dead. But he doesn't have a lot. I mean, that's the thing, is he doesn't have a lot of Mutalisks because he went in super fast. I don't think the turrets are late as much as, I mean, they are, but I don't. It's more so that the Mutalisks are early. I'm not sure how, but I wasn't paying attention. But he basically seems to have done some sort of quick, speedy rush on his spire there. She would obey me if you were a Zergling. Appreciate that. How many mutas does it take to one-shot a Marine? Okay. Overland. Huh, cool. Fair enough. And you're like, oh, wow. This game has units that are named after me. I gotta play it. 5? That sounds about right, yeah. $540 mutas. I don't know the timings very well, but that sounds super fast to me. For a second I was like, wait a minute, don't Marines have an upgrade where they get more hit points? Oh wait, that's Starcraft 2. Now he's got plenty of Marines though. He can do splash damage also. Wow, look at this. Is Zero just gonna win with his Muta Rush? Is he just literally just gonna pick C apart from the back? Like, look at all these turrets in these spots where they're not defending at all. Like, they're defending the entrance but not the back. He's like flying around the back of his base. Oh, does Zero have 2 groups of mutas now? Oh my gosh. Zero is such a god. Dirty Rata, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Is that the same kid from earlier? Yeah, now he's also killed the turrets. C is like, can't mine his main now. He's gonna keep mining for some reason. Oh, he's gonna lose SCVs. Wow. Zero is just picking him apart. Yeah, I wonder if that was Zero's like younger brother or something like that. Cause Zero's only like 18 years old or 19 or something like that. It looks like him, and they showed him earlier also. So they might have he might be there. He might be his brother or something. That's true. On this map, their positions are super close. Maybe that's why the timing worked even better too. He might have even had a plan for close positions or something. I wonder if Zero needs a new car. Wow, look at this. He's got Zerglings running around in the natural now as well. He's just killing everything. You saw C muttering earlier. I think he knows he's screwed. I feel like Zero might want to keep harassing with what he has and just get a third at this point. Or get some drones at least. I don't know if he can kill this way. Well, actually, he can. Maybe he can because C doesn't have. Yeah. Well, there's the GG anyway. Because C doesn't actually have a science starport or anything. Like, he's not teching. He's just so far behind. Yep. Yep. There's the GG. Ugh. Man, Zero is such a baller. He just like went in there and he's like, all mutas, baby. Mutaling for the easy win. So he actually takes the series too. That was the game 7, so it's over. It's Overlord. GG. Yeah, look. Oh, there. They showed him again. So it must be his little brother. Look, he even has a Stars jersey on. Look, see, he's got a Wunjin Stars jersey on. That must be his like little brother. That's so cute. That's so cute. He's so cute. What a cutie. All right, who do we want to watch next? I had the team league lined up, but I didn't have anything else planned after that, so we can watch any of these other ones. Bisu versus Solki might be fun. Bisu versus Calm. Bisu versus, apparently it wants us to watch Bisu versus Zerg, apparently. It's only recommending that. And Chopin. Apparently. Bisu versus Action, another PvZ with Bisu. What the hell? It must know what I like. Alright, Bisu versus Solki, I guess. Best of Chopin! Who has better macro? Chopin? Chopin is known as a very high-level S-class player. Okay, let's hold on. We got some requests in here. Flash Jadong, Flash Boxer. Let's see if there's some Flash Jadong we can watch. Here we go. This is a long Jadong Flash. Flash Boxer, there's only a couple Flash Boxer games, and we've actually watched them relatively recently, I think. But the first one that came up was Jadong versus Flash. Now, is this English? Sounds like this is Korean. Very low volume. So this is from World Cyber Games. Interesting. Alright, we gotta do some... We gotta clean up the, clean up my interface here a little bit. Do that. We'll move, whoops. Move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. Move this over slightly. There we go. It says this is the final? Yeah, this is the final. True, this is game one of the World Cyber Games 2010 finals. What a finals too. Flash versus Jadong? That's amazing. Someone leaving? Oh, long. I thought you said so long, man. I have to respond to my text message from my gamer friends. Well, they're just my friends, but we were talking about maybe playing some games this weekend. I don't know how one of my friends is able to game. He has a newborn. Oh no, moletrap is now following. I'm being stalked by my alter ego. Dude, I want to play some more Age of Empires. I think I'm probably gonna end the stream not too late today. Go make dinner, eat some dinner. Chill. That's just creepy. Moletrap using the Chatcraft emote. Make some dinner, eat some dinner, chill out for a minute. I'm probably gonna do another Age of Empires stream tonight. Actually, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. I might do an Age of Empires stream tonight, but I really want to get started on my Age of Empires video that I have the script all finished for, and I just need to actually work on it now. Play some team games, maybe. Dude, I usually, when I queue up, I click 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. I click all modes. And it still matches me up as 1v1 like 90% of the time, which is a little bit disappointing. I guess if people are playing team games, they don't want to play with randos. They're playing with their friends, so maybe that's why, but it's kind of obnoxious. Like, I've been thinking about just unclicking 1v1, but I don't want my queue times to be too long.
너무 차이가 많이 나기 때문에 마린 메딕으로 제대로 못 주면 이영호 선수는 피해를 볼 수밖에 없는 그런 상황입니다.
네, WCC 한국 대표 선발도 오늘은 이제 결승전 그리고 한국 대표를 모두 가리고 시상 직립
You could tell which one is Jaedong because he's floating 700 gas. Because he's waiting for a spire to pop. But he has no minerals though. How's he gonna make all this? Wait, I'm confused. Oh no, he did have the minerals. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong area. So yeah, he's saving a bunch of money. Now he's getting all these mutas out. Is AoE good? You tried watching it, it feels unwatchable. I mean, it's, you know, it's up to whatever you prefer. I really like Age of Empires. I think it's probably unwatchable if you don't know what's going on. But maybe once you learn, it'll be, it'll make more sense. I actually think it's exciting to watch because a lot of people complain it's slower than Starcraft. But I think that's an advantage in some ways because what happens is because it's slower, it's harder to kill someone quickly, right? You don't just have one 30-second battle and then you win. Or one 3-second battle and then you win. You don't even have 30-second battles. Oftentimes the battles are minutes long. And they can stretch out because, like, if someone's winning, the other person can fall back and then they get reinforcements in and then they're winning and if they fall back. And it's like a lot of push back and forth. And you end up with these long, epic battles where both players are just reinforcing and keeping attacking and trying to pick off units and battling and microing. And it gets intense because the battles last a long time, which I appreciate. Some people don't like, but I think it's pretty cool. Go up the ramp. I guess he wants to kill the overlords first. Yeah, I mean, Jaedong is just gonna lose this third? Okay, he's just gonna come up with the mutas. I don't know, he could micro kill all of those Marines actually, especially because the medics are in the back and they're not actually healing. So he's getting free damage on all these Marines. We'll see though. Yeah, he's not killing the Marines very quickly, so let's see. Yeah, he's not one-shotting the Marines. He's not one-shotting the Marines. He must only have 4 mutas in that clump. Oh, man. Hey, Giga Flare, what's going on? He's sending another squad down there, though. How close is Jaedong to... There we go. That answers my question. He's got Lurker Tech already. So it looks like he's going to hold that third. That's amazing. No. The 2 lurkers on the ramp will stop it, I think. Wait, he put him on the low ground? Oh, no. This is not... Unless they're stopped. And they're always going to use stop lurkers. They all just stemmed! Oh, the stop lurkers! Oh, he didn't get that many kills, though. Because he didn't target quite right, but he's got so many kills, actually. Oh, now he's going to come in with the Lings and the mutas as well. I guess that makes sense. Oh yeah, I gotta change the names. He thought that the lurkers would be at the top of the ramp, so he wasn't expecting them there. Last versus Jaedong. The matchup of Brood War. The ultimate matchup. Why didn't he scan? I think he only was gonna scan if he wanted to kill the lurkers, but I think he was like, he knew that the Lings and the mutas were right there, so he wouldn't have a chance to actually get enough damage on the lurkers to kill them before those engaged, you know? Is the only thing I can think of. So now that Jaedong holds his third, he's going for Hive. Going for Hive. Hey, but guess what? I don't feel like shit today, so that's a nice thing, even though I'm tired. I'm just always tired, aren't I? I don't think I've ever been not tired.
네, 그래도 이영호 선수가 3탱크까지 모으면서 어느 정도 한방 타이밍을 한번 지출하면서 이득을 좀 보려는 생각인데
Whoa, 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 hey, hey, come on. Got that. Why is it changing?
네. 앞선 로크는 아니었고요. 그때 배슬이 나옵니다.
드론 생산보다는 공격 생산 좀 집중해야 됩니다. 이재동 선수.
근데 다수의 지상 병력이 있거든요. 스커지도 있고 첫 배슬 떨고 갔다는 생각입니까?
근데 이게
첫 배슬! 첫 배슬이! 마린 메딕!
There's a solution. No, dude, even when I wake up, the first thing that happens when I wake up is I'm tired. Or I can't sleep. You know, I can't just sleep more because my body's like, nope, I'm gonna have insomnia and just like not sleep. Why is he moving his lurkers in here without Ling support? Just to die? Ooh. Cause I'm 1 date. Dude, I've been on more than 1 date recently though. I've been on 3 dates in the last 3 months. Just all with different people because they didn't want to see me again. Although to be fair, I wasn't exactly sure I wanted to see at least one of them again anyway. Take the insomniac look, yeah. Chicks dig bags under your eyes, right? Should I put the names in the bottom?
디파일러가 준비되고 있고요. 7시 앞마당까지. 자, 닭도 쳐야죠. 이러면 이영호 이거 모두가도 못하는 상황인데 디파일러를 잡아줬고요. 디파일러 한 번.
There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you can see who's whom. Thank you for the lurk. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'll catch you later. Where's my heart? Take care, man. Strong push. Wow, he already has consume up though. This is very fast hive tech. I don't know if Flash has what it takes to kill hive tech right now. I don't think he has enough vessels out. Well, unless he just gets free kills on the Defiler because there's chilling in the middle. Okay, he had to radiate through that. Oh, but look at the natural. Look at that yellow stream coming into the natural there. Flash is going for a strong... Oh, no, he's going to fall back? I thought he was going for a push. Oh, it's just Marines. He couldn't push with just Marines. He needs vessels and stuff. It looked like he was pushing the main, but then he fell back. Flash is on 3 bases, so this isn't too bad for him.
그리고 이영호 선수는 좀 더 마린 메딕을 흩어줄 필요가 있겠고 이재동 선수는 아직도 업그레이드가 많이 부족합니다. 드론 숫자도 어느 정도 적정 숫자로 차긴 하지만 7시 앞마당은 좀 아직도 부족하고요. 그렇다고 했을 때 업그레이드를 계속 지금 버티는 수밖에 없어요. 센터로 진출할 생각보다도 버티면서 드론 생산하고 울트라 업그레이드 미리 눌러놓고 그런 수밖에 없습니다. 이재동 선수.
It's got a lot of defilers around.
센터로 진출하기보다는 좀 오버로드 드랍을 통해서 우회적인 공격이 좀 더 효율적일 것 같고요.
It's kind of interesting that like the balance there is like the Defiler is a lot of gas, the Science Vessel is a lot of gas, but the Science Vessel can one-shot a Defiler and still stay alive. The Defiler can't really do that to a vessel, so it's like, oh, that's kind of clever. He consumed the irradiated lurker that was going to die, so he could get some more energy for a plague. It's like, well, it's going to die anyway. What he was doing is, because the Defiler was irradiated, it was gonna die. He wanted to just use the energy that he had to put the swarm down, because it makes the swarm last longer basically, because it's a later cast time, and so it'll continue after the first one wears off. Just because it's like, well, the Defiler's gonna die, might as well use the energy for something. It could also be a misclick where they're trying to do next to each other and he doesn't put in the right spot or something. I'm not sure. Usually though, I didn't see the one you're talking about, but usually that's why you see the extra swarms. Jadong is at 80 supply and Flash is at 100 and over 110, 120 now. So Flash is actually 40 supply ahead of Jadong. Oh, this swarm was a little bit too far forward. He was able to pick off the Defiler. He's not able to keep Defilers on the map, man. He's just irradiating them so... He's on top of the irradiate so well. It's all SCVs. Well, Jadog probably has 60 drones at least.
지금 상태에서 공격을 가고 공격한 이후에 실패하고 멀티를 추가적으로 가게 되면 그거 자체가 올인 공격이
Now he's down to only 20 supply ahead.
여기서 멀티를 한 템포 가져가주면서 공격을 퍼붓게 되면 보험을 들어놓는 것이 되고요.
멀티를
Zergs usually float less than 50. Really? 50 drones on 4 bases? That's 12 per base. That's only 8 on minerals. I guess I could see that. But I don't know. I guess that makes sense. Brood War is an incredible game. Yeah, man. Yeah, we love it. I don't think it's ever gonna be topped either, you know? That's kind of cool. Sneaking some Zerglings in there, getting some SCV kills. But Flash has bottom right pretty much secured though. Like Jadong is defending, but he can't defend forever. Flash is gonna out macro him eventually. And it seems to be what's going on because Flash is still stuck on. I'm sorry, Jadong's still stuck on 4 bases. New Dune RTS coming? What? Actually? Oh, it's 4x. Okay. That's different then. Well, that's not real time then, is it? 4x games aren't actually real time, so are they? That'd be kind of cool though. But I just learned last stream that Command and Conquer was actually made by a company that did the early Dune games. And they're like, well, our Dune games were so successful, let's do something different. And they make Command and Conquer series. Real-time 4X. How does that work? Who is Westwood doing the new Dune game also? Or someone else? They invented RTS with Dune 2. I had no idea. I had no idea. Westwood's long dead. Okay. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, the Amiga. Never played it. Never played it. The only console I had was Nintendo, the original Nintendo. The original NES. I played a little bit of SNES at my friend's house and maybe some N64, but I never owned another console. What happened to all his vessels? I saw some get scourged. Is that he just scourged them all? Yeah. Oh yeah, I was just thinking about the way that games have advanced. Like, I don't think they're gonna make another RTS that requires as much APM as Starcraft, just because the mechanics have advanced. That you have, you know, multiple building selection, smart casting, things like that, and they're not gonna. I don't think at this point they're ever gonna intentionally make a game without those mechanics, because you need it to be something that people can play easily and when we want to play, that are new, not just people that want to be hardcore. So I think Brood War is probably never going to be topped, you know? It's a unique game.
추가적인 멀티죠. 예, 테란의
Will never be replicated.
저지대에서
Although,
타격을 주기 위해서는
you know, who knows? There might be something that will be.
오버로드 드랍, 좀더 그 다른
Maybe they'll make like
단순히 저글링 울트라 디파일러로 정면
a VR
예, 타격 좋아요.
RTS of some kind that will require more, even more concentration
그렇죠. 정면으로
and APM.
디파일러가 만약에 내리게 되면은 프로게이머들은
It just won't be clicks per minute. You'll have to be like
오버로드 속에 탄 디파일러도
moving around and looking here and like, I don't know, interacting in a different way. So if as they add more, you know, the different game mechanics that have been added to like Starcraft 2 and Age of Empires and whatever, they make it easier. They reduce the actions necessary to do so. Oh, hold this thought. Oh man, that was brutal. Yeah, okay, he's actually gonna kill this though anyway, even though he lost a lot of stuff on the impact. But yeah, like a lot of the he plagues the factory. Like the new mechanics make it easier to do stuff with less clicks, right? But then what if new ways of interacting with the game are invented that make it so that there's more options to do things? So you might end up having something that's even more hardcore than Brood War eventually, right? If there's more to do in different ways that we just can't comprehend right now.
자원줄 말라요 이 영호도요.
예, 9시역, 6시역을 한번 타격을 준 이정호 선수이기 때문에 완벽하게 기세를 잡았고 이렇게 되면은 지금 5시역 쪽을 빨리 이재동 선수로 깔끔하게 제거를 해야 희망이 생기는 거예요.
Defilers suck. And by suck you mean that they're too good, right?
지금 벌써 지금 울트라 숫자도 그렇고 디파일러 숫자도 지금 상당히 수가 많이 줄었죠. 그리고 스콜 숫자가 많이 나오지 않는 모습 그만큼 가스가 많이 부족해요.
Yeah, defilers are pretty OP.
집중력을 발휘하기 시작하는데요.
네, 그렇죠. 정말 자신이 생각했던 추가적인 저그의 가스멀티 지역을 다 제거를 했기 때문에 지금 이
And yet, a single science vessel can kill infinite defilers.
추가 확장이 중요한 게 아니라 이제동은 현재 있는
Yeah, I think Jaedong's gonna lose this because Jaedong is still stuck on 4 bases.
지금 이 병력들 빨리 베럭스로 점령하든지 아니라면 5시역을
I mean, somehow able to make a ton of units off 4 bases, but still, I don't know. Imba. Yeah, Ender's Game, exactly. They can make a VR Ender's... Dude, that would be so cool, actually. A VR Ender's Game? Where you get to play Ender?
본진이라 생각하고 이후에 다시 또 경기 운영을 또 시작해도 되는 이용호 선수고요.
That vessel was just like... What the hell was going on there? Well, he forced a lift on this extra base of Flash, I guess. Oh, but now Jaedong's mining out. He's mining out. I mean, Flash has long mined out his main, but like still.
해처리가 좀 펼쳐지면서 좀 커널이라도 좀 뚫려서 저 지역은 드랍시를 좀 대비를 해줄 필요가 있겠고요. 마지막
한번더 떨고인가요?
사실상 이번 경기의 마지막
And they showed Supreme Commander on 4 monitors? What?
앞서서는 마린 위에 병력을 떨구느라고
I actually don't know what Supreme Commander is.
한시 쪽 자원줄은 다 떨어졌다고 봐야 되고요.
Oh, it looks like an RTS.
아, 드러스 하나 날아가죠.
Maybe?
중간에 노출됐어요.
Looks badass.
자, 이러면 수비할 필요 없어. 이제동 수비할 공격만 하면 됩니다. 여기 찍을 수 있어요.
집중해야죠. 5시역.
Well, maybe I have seen this game.
룸밀면 이재동 선수도 패하는 것은 마찬가지거든요. 안 들어가도 경기 힘든 건 마찬가지예요. 그렇다면은 여기서 좀 승부를 봐야죠.
What was the game that my roommate used to play?
두세 방만 나오면 충분히 밀 수 있거든요. 화력에서 밀려도요.
My roommate used to play a different RTS. I don't remember the name of it, but it had Big Berthas. Does that ring a bell for anyone? Maybe it is Supreme Commander that he used to play. What was it called? I don't remember what it was called. Total Annihilation. That's what it was. Total Annihilation. Yeah, they had big cannons called Big Berthas that were basically like, they're kind of like Tempests, but even more powerful. They were stationary things, but they could fire a really long distance and they did massive damage. So it was like this ultimate siege weapon, if I remember correctly. I never actually played Total Annihilation, but oh, okay. So no wonder the images of Supreme Commander reminded me of Total Annihilation.
시간을 주지 않을 것 같습니다.
When is Supreme Commander a recent
이재동
game?
선수의 공격이 멈춘 순간 이영호 선수가 나와서 이재동 선수에게 지지 받아내려고 나올 게 뻔하거든요.
Looks like not that recent. 2007 RTS.
돌아가는 게 위협이 하겠습니다만 5시를 계속 치는 게 이게 효율적인 작전인지
It's considered to be a spiritual successor, not a direct sequel to the 1997 Total Annihilation.
살려보려고 한다면은 9시 지역뿐만이 아니라 3시 지역도 해처리를 좀 가져가주면서 양쪽 섬을
Subcom.
가져가고 그런가 동시에
Supreme Commander, sometimes called Subcom.
가져가면서 미니터 형식으로 계속 센터 힘싸움이 아니라 서로
Supreme Commander gameplay focuses on using a giant bipedal mech
좀 써야 될것
네,
같습니다.
지금 봉쇄된
to build a base. Upgrading units reach higher techs, conquering opponents.
밀기 쉽습니다.
Interesting.
5시는 못 들어가도 다른 데는 저지할 수 있어 이재동도.
Oh, that's cool. Supreme Commander allows the player to zoom out far enough to view the entire map on screen. Oh, that's neat. Man, why can't Starcraft do that?
그럼요. 상대가
That'd probably be bad,
수비하는
actually.
건데 이때 먹어야죠. 결국은 자원 다 먹을 것 같거든요. 11시 반몰 지금 먹고 하여튼 해처리
Big Bertha was a howitzer in Germany? I did not know that.
자 코너.
언덕 뒤쪽에 앞마당 뒤쪽에 뭐 롤커를 드랍을 하면서 디파일러 다크소
Yeah, what's going on in this game?
수도 있겠고 투드랍시 베슬로 디펜시브를 쓰면서 여기서 베슬 디펜시브
Has anyone played the recent Homeworld game? They made a Homeworld sequel a year or two ago, and I was really stoked about it, but I never tried it. Maybe I should wishlist it or something. Let's see if it goes on sale.
아 그래도 빠져나가나요?
The double D-Matrix dropship, the DDD.
얼마나 있나 지금 가스가 없어서
Homeworld 3 is coming out soon?
맵 중앙 지나고 있거든요. 스커지.
They are making another Homeworld? I thought they already came out with one.
사스코지 그래도
Okay, well, he double scourged one of the dropships.
아 여기 썬큰 둘.
그래도 데뷔를 잘 해줍니다.
It was fun. Okay, maybe I'll have to try it. As I played some of the some of Homeworld 2. Oh, those extra scourge! Oh, the scourge AI is so bad. 2 Marines got out. Not enough to do anything.
어느 정도 조금 견제를 받고 있고 결국에는
That was a lot of scourge, though.
견제를 좀 받네요.
네.
You could fly in, dude. Imagine flying in empty dropships with defense matrix on them, just to bait like 6 scourge each.
배기 안 되는데 이걸 못 돌립니까?
How 5-head would that be?
대란은 자원적인 여유가 조금 있기 때문에 커널이라도 좀 뚫어주면서 선발지 빨리빨리 좀 수비를 해줄 필요가 있겠고
네, 여기 견제하는 동안에
지금 이영호 선수가 기다리는
Homeworld 2 is simplified Homeworld 1. Interesting. Okay, I don't know if I played Homeworld 1.
건설이 되면서 메카닉도 업그레이드를 좀
I mean, it kind of makes sense. A lot of people thought of StarCraft 2 as being simplified StarCraft 1 in ways. Yeah.
공이업 총도 공이업이 됐고 공이업을 눌러주는 모습.
It's so funny how people get caught up in that. And I know I've ranted about this before, but it's like Brood War people were so angry that StarCraft 2 wasn't StarCraft 1 again. Age of Empires 2 people are so freaking cranky right now. The Age of Empires 4 is out now, and it should be more like... People are actually claiming that the art is better in Age of Empires 2, and maybe that's true with the remaster, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Age of Empires 2 remaster.
보이지 않았습니다만 얘네가 나올 때가 지금입니까? 나오네요. 갑자기 대부대가 나오거든요.
그래도 아직까지는 센터 쪽
Actually, the art's really good in the remaster.
각계격파 형식으로 당하게 되면 이영호 선수 저병력들을 잃어버릴 수가 있기 때문에 좀 조심해야 됩니다.
I don't know if it's better
당장 나가기는 약간 자신감이 좀 없을
than
수가
Age of
있어요.
Empires 4,
합쳐지면 뭐 이길 수 있겠지만요.
자, 뒷파일러가
but
뒷파일러.
everyone's super cranky though.
근데 게스가 풀리기 시작합니다. 이재동이. 그리고 미네랄 지역도 다 먹을 준비하고 있어. 11시 반.
저 미네랄 지역도 확장을 하면서 이쪽 3시 지역은 빨리빨리 좀 해처리를 좀 펼쳐주면 좋을 것 같습니다.
아, 보통 결승은 거의 친선 경기 무대였는데.
The map doesn't look almost different at all.
워스리도 그렇고요. 저 2판 4판이에요.
양
뭐
선수
1등 안 하면 떨어지는 것 같은 그런 느낌이라.
공식전이든 비공식.
Wait, Jaedong's on 6 bases? I thought he was on 5.
이두 선수는
Am I missing one at the bottom? Because the map's cut off?
지구 안으로 밀어내겠다는 거죠.
근데 테란 병력들이 전체다가 다 나와 있지 않은 상황에서 들어가기에는 좀 부담인데요. 이재동 선수.
No, I don't. Oh, I guess it's 6 o'clock. He has a base.
돼 있는 상태라면은 이영호 선수 입장에서는 부담스러울 수밖에 없어요.
Jaedong doesn't have anything at 12. There's a. I mean, well, maybe he does, but there's yellow there. So I think Flash has control of that.
많이 손해 봤습니다.
근데 이제도 이영호의 저그 상대로 극강에 잡기전은 잠원.
But Jaedong, I mean, you can see this is crucial too. Look, Jaedong is now still 40 supply behind.
하지만 이영호 선수가 절반까지 먹을 필요도 없어요. 인구수가 169예요. 여기서 탱크 한 6개, 7개 정도만 더 늘어주면서 이 병력
Homeworld is what made Relic famous? I didn't realize that.
생각하고 있는 지금 그림은 딱 하나예요.
And the new Homeworld isn't made by Relic. Huh.
이재동이 생각할 수 있는 그림도 딱 하나예요. 어떻게 하면 합쳐지지 못하게 할까?
Maybe I should have played Total Annihilation. I think I probably wouldn't enjoy going back and playing it now though, because it's like so old.
여기서 이재동 선수가 선멀티까지
If I had never played Brood War and I started playing Brood War today, I probably wouldn't enjoy it. Right?
자신의 생각대로, 자신의 흐름으로
I only liked Brood War because I've played it for 20 years.
가져올 수가 있겠고요.
그리고 맵에 불안도선들은 다 정리하고 있습니다. 다 먹겠다는 거예요.
How did Jaedong... Yeah, I do feel like Jaedong is winning this now. I don't know how.
떨어져가는 7, 5시 본진과 앞마당이 전부입니다.
I don't know how.
어느 5시 쪽에 여기서 배틀까지
Diablo Immortal out already. Is it?
배틀까지 생각하고 있다면 이거 이영호 선수가 선멀티 제거하고
I don't know.
그러면서 자신이 5시 반 지역 미네랄 멀티도 가져가고
Is that the phone game one?
깼다는 건데요. 공격 잠깐 깼다는 겁니다.
I don't think it's out yet.
5시 30분 멀티부터 가져가야 돼요.
Release date 2022.
1000 정도 쌓아놓고 싸워야 돼요.
저 가스가
Upcoming free-to-play video game in the Diablo series designed for mobile devices. Don't you guys have phones?
어느 정도 한계가 있을 수밖에 없어요. 만약에 배틀이 어느 정도 5개, 6개 정도
Yeah, screw Blizzard though. I'm not gonna buy any more Blizzard games.
스커지 꽤 있거든요. 배틀 2개 정도 잡을 수 있을 만한 있자.
이게 가디언인데 이게 상대가 지금 이영호 선수는 배틀이거든요.
네. 스커지 어딨습니까? 스커지 쓰면
Effusive
왜냐하면
Psycho Sociopath. That is a name. That is interesting one. Welcome. Zerg can make a lot with a little. That's true. That's true.
피라도 뿌려야 되고요. 뿌리고 스커지로 밀어버리면 소수 배틀은 무섭지 않습니다.
Yeah, Diablo 4 is the one that's coming out. Isn't Diablo 4 coming out? Wait, when is Diablo 4 coming out? Is that a thing?
그렇죠.
I don't know. Everyone was just making such a big deal about the Diablo 2 remaster that I forgot about the other ones.
자, 피 뿌렸죠.
That's a good plague.
피 뿌리고 힘 빠.
That's a good plague. That's a lot of hit points.
저글링도 많은데
998 hit points. Damage spell.
본인의 저희가 만들어진 대로 뿌려야 돼요.
He plagued his own colony.
보호될 수 있겠지만 건물들은 보호가 안 됩니다.
뮤탈.
Diablo 4 has been postponed. Okay.
개수 끊기. 이러면 개성 2개 날아가는 거거든요.
I mean, I would probably play Diablo 4 and I would probably play Diablo Immortal if Blizzard wasn't on my shit list these days. If it was a company that I felt I could support, but it's not. So now, Jaedong is actually almost caught up in supply to Flash. This is interesting. But and like Flash just does. Look at his barracks aren't moving right now, which is weird because he has money in the bank. Maybe he's not building barracks units. Maybe he's trying to just build more BCs. Even supply. But yeah, Flash has a decent amount of money in the bank. He could max out right now if he wanted to. Is Blizzard shitty or Activision? Both. Both, I think. They're both amazing? Have you read the news at all recently? Blizzard has been sued twice for discriminatory hiring and discrimination in their workplace. And Activision is their parent company, which supports them. And the CEO of Activision has come out and said that nothing's wrong, basically. But even without that immoral stuff, once Blizzard got taken over by Activision, they started releasing games too early, games that were unfinished, games that were money grubbing instead of, you know, the old Blizzard model was that we're just going to keep making this until it's done, and we're not going to release it until it's done. And then Activision is like, no, you're going to release it early because we want our damn money.
가져가야 되죠.
6시와 9시가 핏뿌리기.
So, like even without the discrimination crap, Blizzard and Activision were not looking good in my eyes anyway. Jaedong now is almost maxed, by the way.
섬쪽에서 그 야마토군을 사용하게 되면은
Don't read news if it's not on YouTube. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh yeah. Then there's the Warcraft 3 stuff.
야마토군은 조금 아껴서
Warcraft 3 was
써주면은 좋을 것 같은데요. 그리고
they did a remaster of Warcraft 3.
지역을 파괴를 해야
Hey, happy Hanukkah, Siki Malo. I think Hanukkah's over, but that's okay.
이제 자원줄에 문제가 생기기 시작합니다.
They did a remaster of Warcraft 3, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna release a ranked system, and we're gonna do this and that and the other thing," and then they never released the ranked system. And the remaster changed the graphics, but they also changed some of the gameplay, and so they added bugs and things that players didn't like into Warcraft 3 that weren't in the original. So they like remastered the graphics, but they made it worse also. And here's the final attack. I think Jaedong's finally trying to finish him off here. Actually, I don't know if he can finish him off, but this is gonna be the beginning of the end. They delisted the classic games. I think we can still find the classic games, not the non-remastered. You can still find them, but you have to look for them. The original Diablo 2 I played a ton of, but I actually even looked at, again, even without the crap with Blizzard making me not really like them, I looked at Diablo 2's remaster and I was like, it's not that great. It's not like an epic improvement that I really feel like I need to do this, and it's going to be so much better experience. It's like the graphics were somewhat upgraded, but not like a ton. I don't know. Some people seem to really like the remaster graphics, but I wasn't that impressed. Yeah, the Blizzard launcher has the remasters, but if you go into their website, you dive deep into their website, you can still find the old games. I know this because I did download the old one originally, or of Diablo 2 to play with Diggity recently, and then I guess that just kind of fell off. Did they remove them? Was there both, or did they remove them like when they added the remaster, basically? I mean, it kind of makes sense. No one's gonna really want to play the old one if there's a remaster available. Plus, the remaster costs more. This giant exodus is hilarious. All the buildings floating down to the bottom right. I don't know what Flash expects to accomplish with all of his buildings in the bottom right, just stuck there without making anything. Yeah, they wanted people to buy the new games. But again, like, I don't think anyone would ever want to buy. Well, I guess for nostalgia, people would want to buy the old games, but for the most part, people aren't going to want to buy a 20-year-old game from scratch, you know. And if they do want to buy a 20-year-old game, they're probably happy to buy the remaster. So. Warcraft 3 had a ladder and it disappeared. I didn't realize that they actually removed the ladder. New skins were outsourced. That's interesting. Yeah, you can use the classic graphics, and yeah, the ladder is now, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a fan-made ladder that's actually works. So you can actually play ranked if you use this fan-made launcher, which is pretty cool that that's an option, but still a little bit lame. Ah, yes, Hydras with Dark Swarm. The answer to BCs. Yes, W3 champions. That's right. Yeah. It's pretty cool that they did that, man. That's pretty cool. They're like, we're gonna take this pile of crap and we're gonna make it playable for the fans. Amazing. What does Flash do now?
그러니까 4분의 3을
Like, is he just hoping to Yamato his way to victory and like slowly pick off everything in the map with Yamatos? Just play Turtle Terran? I don't think that works, does it?
테란은 오겠어. 근데 뭐 저그가
If Jaedong was completely mined out, it might work. But Jaedong isn't mined out. He's still got more money to spend. Oh, the queens are in there. The queens are in there. Oh, no. I'm not sure what I think he put parasites down, but I think he was hoping to infest that command center, but no dice. Well, he's tiring himself out if he's tiring his opponent out too. DreamHack stopped doing Warcraft 3? I mean, that makes sense. I mean, Warcraft 3 is such an old game. Warcraft 3 was 2003 release, I think.
저 히드라도 많이 아껴줘야 됩니다. 만약에 저 히드라 또 잃게 되면은 다시 이후에 또다시 저만큼의 히드라 생산하기가 좀 많이 어렵고요.
근데 이 동안 미네랄 줄은 많아요. 11시 반, 7시 반도 있으니까 6시 반도 있으니까요.
조합이 이래서 극장기전 가면은 저그가 너무나도 힘든다는 거예요. 조합 자체가 저그 손이 너무 많이 가요. 디파일러, 다크선 플래그 두 가지 마법 써줘야 되죠. 뭐 퀸, 인스네어 뿌려줘야 되죠. 디바오로 또 컨트롤 따로 해줘야 되죠. 히드라 컨트롤 따로 해줘야 되죠. 테라는 시즈모드 딱 해놓고 배틀 크루저만 야마토건만 써주면 돼요. 예, 그런 부분을 볼 때 이재훈 선수는 이영호 선수의 병력들을 끌어들이면서 좀 싸워줄 필요가 있겠습니다.
네. 그리고 각격파야 돼요. 뒷파일러하고 탱크를 따로 배틀과 같이 붙게 만들면 안 됩니다. 여기도 이렇게
Alright, oh, here we go. I looked at my phone for a second. I'm missing out on BCs versus... Look at the double goo, baby! Can we get the triple goo? Where's the plague? Where's the plague? Although we discovered before that you can't have triple goo. One color covers up the other one. Right? So Flash lost 3 o'clock as well. He's actually putting the herd on to 6 o'clock. He's actually putting a lot of pressure there. Oh, I was gonna say, why didn't he irradiate it? Oh, because there's within range of the tanks. Damn. Just dropping all over the tanks. Amazing. He just needs to drop like a few lings on every tank. You can't see it, but you know it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Ah. I think we might do 1 or 2 more games after this. I'm probably gonna stop the stream a little bit earlier today, just because again I need to cook some dinner tonight. This game feels like it's dragging on. It's like, how is this game not over yet? How is Flash not dead? I guess Jaedong isn't like mining enough right now to like make a huge game-ending play. But that's so many tanks. I feel like, could he make a Muta switch even? Like Devourer Muta? I guess Irradiate might hurt him. Oh, that's a big plague. Oh, look at that plague. That is a massive plague. Muta's die too fast to BCs, but he only has like he's only had like 6 BCs or something like that. Because they die quickly, but if you got the Devourers, like if they're firing at the Devourers first, and you send in the Mutas, Devourers soak the damage and they cause the Mutas to do massive amounts of damage with glaives and stuff. Look at this. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that was only like, well, I mean, obviously those BCs got plagued.
지금 야마토를 피한 거 아닌가요?
야마토는 좀 피할 수는 없겠죠, 미탈리스가. 예, 만약에 뭐 지상 유닛이 탔다.
This is kind of crazy game.
오버로드 태워버리면은 또 피할 수도 있겠지만.
근데 일단 배틀은 이제 한도만 블록화됩니다. 단독 탱크예요. 병력 이용은 370습니다.
Gosh, so much yawning. Sorry. Moral Wolf, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the watch party. Even though I'm yawning, I'm not yawning because the game is boring. I'm yawning because I'm tired and the game has gotten a little boring. We're just kind of waiting for it to end here. The Korean casters just said Guardian? Guardians are a good call, actually. Guardian Hydra? Guardian Hydra is good against tanks. Tank BC. There's so many tanks, but like you can't use ground. Like Jaedong has kept trying to break this with ground. Can't break that many tanks with ground. Oh, but he's found it. He's found it. He's gonna go in for the irradiates. He irradiated the queen. Interesting. That's a perfect muta to morph. Yeah, only the best Zerg ever. Only the best Zerg ever. I really hope we see Jaedong in the next ASL, man. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, the BCs are not repaired. He needs to dematrix them, maybe. Oh, see, the Hydras needed to stay back and just try and defend against BCs. I don't know. I guess I don't know how they stay back. Nothing outranges a tank, though, right? Wow, Flash is actually mining 6 o'clock now. And now Jaedong's gonna take 3 o'clock. This is kind of crazy. Look at the supply difference now, though. Flash is actually up 30 supply. Did Jaedong throw this game? I think Jaedong threw. Now Flash is killing the bottom left as well. Wow. Amazing. Oh, he's about to lose his BCs. To Scourge? No, he's gonna lose his vessels. Nope, BCs are gonna protect the vessels. Nice. He's got a parasite on that BC. Oh my gosh. Jaedong just dropping random units here and there. Jaedong GG's. Flash is like, oh my god, I can't believe I won that. That was so hard. Crazy game. Crazy game. Now this is the first game of the finals, right? So it's probably best of 5? Is this game 2? This is game 2. So watch this also. So the question is, should I go end the stream after this game? Ugh. I probably should, because like I said, I gotta make some food before it gets too late. It's already getting kind of late. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna turn this on. We'll do a Chatcraft after this game. Oh, it doesn't show up. I don't know where to put this. Over here? Here?
WCG 결승 사상 아마 최장
Right there, I
경기가
guess.
그리고 가장 치열했던 경기가 아닌가 생각이 듭니다.
그리고 이 맵에서
Yeah, we'll do one more game,
저그가 21대 14긴 하지만
and then then I'll call it a day. So I can get some, because I also want to go for a little bit of a walk, get some exercise in before it gets dark out. And it gets dark at like, it gets dark at like really early here now. Let me see, sunset's at 4:20. LOL. It's gonna be raining, but I'll go for a nice little walk in the rain. That'll be fun. Get some. I need to get some exercise in. I haven't gone running in. I've only gone running once in the last 2 weeks. And that's pretty pathetic.
커터가 못 미쳤어요. 다시 피 채우고
It's drone.
남은 상황 체크.
저 이영호 선수는 초반에 서플라이
Doing some work, getting out with his life just barely.
선수의 체제를 확인한 이후에
What if Flash all kills Jadong? He could. He could. I actually don't know if it's a best of 3 or best of 5. I'm assuming it's a best of 5.
이영호 선수가 노
Otherwise, if it was like a best of 3, we might be able to just like watch the 3rd game if it goes to a 3rd game. But 3 hatch, no pool. Well, because he scouted Flash going command center first.
저그가 아니에요. 이재동입니다.
네. 아,
그리고 이 선수는 테란이 아니에요.
더 저그 이제도. 네.
Wait, is he going no 3 hatch? I only see 2. Did he make a 3rd one?
그 누구에게나 똑같이 주어지는 이 밸런스라든가 이건데 스펙인데 아무튼 이영호 이제동은 그걸 훨씬 뛰어넘었습니다.
There's a 3rd in the main. Okay, well there you go.
같은 조건인데 드론 두개 강하게.
Wait, he's sending. What is going on? He sent drones out to like fight to harass the building of the wall. This is kind of crazy. He's trying to get SCV kills with these drones when they're on the wall. He's actually doing a fair amount of distraction. This is 2 drones not mining, but he's actually forced he's forced 2 drones of 2 SCVs to not mine also. If he delays this barracks, that would be actually pretty huge. Look at this. He ran his SCVs off to the side to repair each other. This is really weird harassment though. He got another SCV. He's gotten 2 SCV kills with these drones. This is amazing. I think if he wanted all-in Ling, he would have gotten 3 hatcheries. But who knows? But he's really putting a lot of effort into delaying that front, so I don't know. I don't know what's with the wall harass. Well, one of his drones he had out there anyway is for a scouting drone. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know.
영향을 받죠. 이게 뭐냐? 제동이 형이 이거 대회 빌드 쓰는데 그러면 이영호도 아껴놨던 카드 하나 이제 뒷주머니에서 꺼내는 거예요.
그렇죠. 여기서 원베럭스 이후에 투팩토리를 늘리는 것이 아니라 원팩토리에서 바로 투베럭을 늘리면서 아카데미까지 올려주는 모습. 이 모습으로 봐서는 이영호 선수가 뭐
Yeah, well, Flash did have a scouting SCV kind of checking out the front also, although it died, I think.
네. 그러면서 저걸로 이제 달리기 시작하고 있고요.
I think he's texting me.
이재동 선수 입장에서도 장기전으로 흘러가서 3개스, 4개스 지역 테란에게도 미네랄 멀티 허용하고 가스 멀티까지 추가적으로 주게 되면은 힘든 싸움을 또 예고할 수밖에 없거든요. 앞서서 그랜드라인에서 한번 겪어봤잖아요. 그러다 보니까 노스폰이 3회 처리로 부유하게 시작을 했지만 거센 공격을 좀 생각할 필요가 있겠습니다.
네. 자, 그러면서
Vulture.
이제 완성 직전까지 왔고요.
Vulture versus Infinite Zerglings. Who will win?
자, 꽤 많은 벌처가 나온 것들 봤는데 저글링이 달리면 달리던 저글링 다리 안 뒤쪽으로 백.
저글링 스피드업이 지금 완료가 되지 않았기 때문에 약간 위기라면 위기일 수가 있는데요. 윤정호 선수 저 원벌처긴 하지만 저 원벌처 우습게 보다가는 정말 큰 코 다치거든요. 저글링 스피드업이 완료가 됐어요.
네, 오면 싸먹는 거죠. 오면.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is he gonna get surrounded? Nope. No, of course he's not.
고기 잡듯이 딱 펼치고 있었는데
Nope.
도망갔습니다.
Yeah, it looks. Does he have vulture speed? I actually can't tell. I think he Does not.
7킬.
이게 저글링
Chill kill.
있고
Oh, he's gonna get cut. Oh, wow. 7 kills. I'm counting the kills. I don't know if you can see it because it's blocked. But he's gonna get.
생각이 되어 있고 이재동 선수의 저글링인데도 불구하고
Yeah, and he got 7 kills on that vulture before it died though.
이제 뮤탈 떠요.
이재동 선수
Dig it D.
잡아줬습니다.
Yeah, you have dig it A, dig it B, dig it C, and finally
이를 좀 생각을 하네요. 베스야.
dig it D,
일단 발키리를 한 템포 수비를 해주는 생각인데
and then
발키리를 생각하고
the ultimate dig it D.
엔지니어 베이가 없으면 이게 그좀
저글링과 함께 가죠.
있는데요.
Oh, his door's open.
벙컨 있어요.
네, 뮤탈 많습니다.
His door's open. He moved his barracks. Oh, but the Valkyrie was rallied in. He could have killed it faster, and he didn't actually. He could have just targeted down the Valkyrie with the mutas. It got a couple volleys off, but it doesn't actually matter that much. He still kills it, and all the Marines.
그리고 저글링 계속 떠요. 저글링 계속 가면 상대 편 쪽으로요.
Does Cheetong just win here?
배럭 점령. 이재동 선수가 이거 배럭 점령할 수가
네,
있어요.
마린이 뭉쳐 다녀야 돼요.
What is the Scourge going? Oh, I guess the Scourge is for the next Valkyrie.
스커지 아끼기 조심해야 됩니다. 그리고
Huh?
저글링 계속 상대편 쪽으로 전진 배치.
Valkyries is a good idea.
벙커 거의 다 깼는데 벙커 깨지면 안 됩니다. 벙커.
Is that an empty bunker? No, there's still one. There's like one Marine in it.
예, 지금은 사실상 지금 이재동 선수가 추가적으로 저글링 오는 모습도 그렇고 위급하면은 이영호 선수는 앞마당 포기하는 것이 나아요. 앞마당 지키려다가 마린 메딕 다 잃고 이 배럭까지 점령당할 수가 있기 때문에 차라리 배럭스를 지키는 운영 그것이 더 좋아 보이기도
네.
하고요.
병력 이렇게 전진 배치한다.
Thank you, moletrap bot, for giving me that shout out. Appreciate it.
지상 병력으로 전환.
얼컷까지 생각해주는 모습.
강하게 밀어붙이지 않은 거 아끼겠다는 겁니다.
예, 7시 멀티를 뭐 해처리를 펴긴 했지만 아직까지 상당수의 드론 숫자가 붙어 있지 않고 저거 자체가 페이크가 될 수가 있는 거예요.
Damn it.
그러면서 나는 계속 공격을 퍼부는 멀티까지 갔기 때문에 이영호 선수가 안심을 할 수 있는 그 부분은 지금까지 잘 노렸고요.
I currently have 1,111 followers on Twitch. 11111. My follower count is a barcode. It's trying to hide its real ELO. My follower count must be a smurf.
자, 그러니까 이재동이 뭐란 이재동의 의도를 확실히 알게 되면 이영호가 나옵니다. 앉아서 기다리지 않아요. 자, 일급적으로 바로 질러서 오죠. 자, 중간중간 러커 있습니다. 발키리 조심해야죠, 발키리.
Ooh, big hits. Big hits. Double Valkyrie. At least one volley hit those mutas. That's nice. You can unfollow. I don't really care. I'm not really about that follower count.
발키리로 먼저 좀 확인했을 텐데 약간 무리를 했습니다. 이영호 선수가요.
자, 이재동의 뮤탈 저글링 어디 있습니까? 퇴각하는 무대를 끊는 데습니까?
What I really need is I need some subscribers back on YouTube. I used to have more than 10,000 subs, and I only have 9,000 something. And there's certain things that you can unlock when you're at 10,000 subs, like embedded videos and stuff like that, or embedded live stream, I think.
하나 정도밖에 안 준 것 같습니다.
Flash is doing flash things, yeah. Let's walk him in there, scan, kill him. Oh, he's gonna lose these Marines, but he kills a lot of Lings in the process. Oh, target. Oh, he tried to target down the Scourge, I think. Yeah, he targeted down the Scourge to save the Valkyries with those last couple Marines. That's pretty elite, dude. Oh, but now he's gonna run into danger and kill them. Oh, yeah, those are dead now. Did all that work, and then just ran him through. I mean, that was Jaedong also putting his units in a way that they would block them and kill them, but yeah, I thought he would have thought he would. I would have expected him to acknowledge that they were gonna die and like get one volley off before they died or something like that. So it's a little bit of a loss, but X is back. The MVP of Chatcraft contributing some more Zerglings. Hey, Dad BW. Is it me or is Flash not so flashy? I don't know. I mean, it's his name though, right? He has to be flashy. Oreos, hot coffee, and Flash versus Cheetah. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be ending the stream pretty soon because I have to do some cooking, cook some food. This happens to me sometimes where I get some groceries and I'm like, I'm going to cook all these groceries. And then the next day I'm like, oh, I got plenty of time to cook. I got plenty of time to cook. I got plenty of time to cook. And then it's dinner time and I haven't cooked. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to half-ass dinner today. I'll cook tomorrow. And the groceries just stay in my fridge for a while. So I've had these groceries in my fridge for 3 or 4 days, so I have to cook them tonight.
이거 1경기도 만만치 않았는데
네. 오늘 이거 발대식 및 시상식
Ladies love a chef. Do they? He just killed an egg with a mine. I guess you could one-shot an Ultralisk that way, can't you? If a mine goes off while the Ultralisk is still morphing. That's how a Vulture can kill a Mutalisk.
잘못하면 그 시상식 때문에 3, 4회전을 보조 경기장에서 해도 되는 그런 상황이
Sorry, tired. I might come back on later though. I might do some Age of Empires streaming later, but probably not because I want to get this video going that I want to make for Age of Empires. They like 22-year-old game fans. Yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, Reach kills the air units with his Zealots. The Zealots are able to jump up into the air and slice them. Has that ever happened in a cutscene? Has there ever been a thing in a cutscene where like a melee unit takes down an air unit somehow? Like Zeratul jumps out of his pod racer and slashes the Wraith in half on his way down to the ground or something. I can't think of any situation. There was some pretty epic cutscenes in Starcraft 2 where something cool like that might have happened. Hey, Rise tuning in on time. 10 minutes before the end of the stream. They love a chef if you look like Leonardo DiCaprio. Exactly. Rule number 1, be attractive. Rule number 2, don't be unattractive. If you can follow those rules, chicks will dig you. You kill a shitload of air units as a Vulture in the Nova expansion? What is the Nova expansion? Is that like a fan UMS or something like that? Have money can help as well. True. True? Dude, guys, my orchids. My orchids are dying. Does anyone know anything about orchids? They usually die really quickly, but like these are like, I thought they were gonna last longer. Freaking orchids, man, they always die. Although I bought these for my birthday, which is over a month ago. Almost 2 months ago, actually, so they've lasted a little while. Plants need 3 things. 1, don't be unattractive. 2, be attractive. Wait, no. Well, orchids you're not supposed to water very much, so... And you're not supposed to give them direct sunlight either. So I don't know what to do. Yeah, but they do get some indirect sun. And I give them a little bit of water. I don't know, maybe I'll try giving it some more sun. It's dying anyways, right? So I'll give them some more sun, and if they don't like it, then oh well. Open up the curtain a little bit here. Unfortunately, if I let sun in on the orchids, it's letting sun in on me too, and I am a vampire, so they will rebloom again? I've never had orchids rebloom again. They've always died beforehand, or I don't like, how long does it take for them to rebloom? A long time, right? I don't know. Oh, those Valks. How are the Scourge not hitting the Valks? They're on top of them. That was crazy. I need fertilizer. Yeah, I mean, it's just in this small little dinky, like, crappy pot anyway, so, like, I don't know if it's worth trying to fertilize them. I guess that might be optimal, though. Repot them and fertilize them every 3 months or something, but... Oh, that's cool, Sikimala. Were they in a pot, or were they in, like, in the ground? Because it'd probably be easier for them to get nutrients if they're in the ground, right? Oh, those Valks got ganked. I've heard from people that I know that were pretty good with plants that they've had trouble keeping orchids alive too, so maybe your mom is just a miracle worker. Is Jaedong just gonna win again? Or wait, I said again because I thought in my mind he was gonna win last game and then he threw. So, is Jaedong gonna win this game? Is the real question. Yeah, he's not doing great with these Valks, is he? He's not really using them very well. He's lost like 8 Valkyries, 10 Valkyries, and he hasn't really done any damage with them. Any major damage. He's got a couple volleys off, and that's it. I guess the purpose is not necessarily to go in and do damage, though. Their purpose is to be a preventative measure. That you can't dive your mutas in because the Valks will do too much. Flash is on 3-4 bases. Jaedong is on 4 bases also. Yeah. Yeah. Flash is actually lower supply than Jaedong, though, is the thing. Like, Flash, he has these bases, but he could lose them very easily because he doesn't have much of an army. Like, that's his whole army on screen right now. A few Goliaths and a couple tanks. That's it. See, Jaedong spots top right. He's immediately going to send these lings and stuff up there to kill it. So I don't think it's actually going to... Oh, that was a nice mine. I don't think top right lives. Wait, why is he not going? He stopped his Zeniths from attacking there. Poor K. Oh, never mind. He did. He did kill it. He just didn't send all of his units up there. Yeah, so, dude, imagine if he plagued all those SCVs. That'd actually be pretty clutch. If you could plague the SCVs and then, what is that? That's an interesting spot. Plague the SCVs and then use mutas to kill them quicker. Is this the nail in the coffin? The tanks are underneath the Dark Swarm also, so the Hydras aren't doing anything. There's the GG. There's the GG. The GG. Alright. Moletrap bought 1 Zealot. Alright, so we'll do a Chatcraft. And then we'll find someone to raid. GG. How's it going? Sorendomono? Moletrap buying a sacrificial zealot. So we'll do a Chatcraft and we'll do a raid. And then we'll I'm gonna go have some food. But thank you all for joining me. If you're interested in participating in that raid, you'll get extra points for the next Chatcraft. So we need 4 Marines. So we need to delete most of these, right? There we go, 4 Marines, 1 Zealot, and we need 14 Zerglings. So we gotta delete most of these lings. How many do we have left? That is 14 Zerglings. 15 Zerglings, so we gotta remove 1 more ling. We'll remove that one. Screw that ling in particular. Alright. Wow, last time the Marines outnumbered the Zerglings in supply, and they still lost, and this time they don't, so we may see another Zerg win here. It's a very possible. Watch that game with the Valks and the Wraith. Was it Zelos? I'm not sure what you mean. With the Valks and the Wraith. Could have been a Zelos game. It showed up centered on screen. before it ended? Oh, it was like a link thing? Oh, top Starcraft plays. WCG 2004 first placed remastered esports. Oh, that seems pretty cool. I got it, it's almost dark though. I gotta go. I gotta get going, but we can watch it next time though. All right, bookmark it. We'll click on it. Who is that? Wait, this is day 9 versus Zealots. Who's casting this? I don't recognize that voice.
I love Starcraft games.
I love Starcraft games. Is that Wax Steven? Anyway, we'll just we'll put it on watch later. Is that what his name was? Wax Steven or something like that? Was the guy? I don't know. Anyway, let's pull up Chatcraft. So yeah, let's see. What the hell, dude? Okay, look at this. Hold on. Look at this. This is BattleNet chat for you guys. Are you crazy? Smell your bleep armpit smell of defeat. Yeah, I'm mad. Sorry. Pepe is life. Twin Glock in my pants. I'm problematic. I got big pockets, all flex. Big diamonds. And then Pope Fauci says, I am science. This is the StarCraft community, ladies and gentlemen, right here. This is what we're working with, guys. Oh, man. All right, let's get this Chatcraft going. Let's get it going. There's a StarCraft 2? All right. I want to see who's a good person to raid. Could be spam. Why would they spam something so random and nonsensical, though? Who is playing StarCraft right now that we could raid? I don't see anyone playing right now. I have no one on my follow list playing StarCraft. Oh, anyway, let's get this going. And will the Zerglings pull it off yet again? Are they're probably going to go for that Zealot too. Yeah, the Zealot goes for the Zergs first. This Marine's killing those, and they're just going to get surrounded. And it's a quick little GG for 1998 BattleNet, never changed, yeah. Oh man. Where's StarCraft? Here we go. Let's see who's on the StarCraft channel. Maybe someone I don't know. Terran, Herbmon are on. Anyone else that we maybe don't recognize? Or that we recognize? I guess we can raid Herbmon. Sounds like a good person to go with. David Angel 64 retains his title as the MVP for the Zerg. Well done, man. 2 in a row. Look at this. He's like David Angel's like X is the Chatcraft Bonjour. He shows up in his first 2 Chatcrafts. He's the MVP both times. See, this is why everyone teams up. Yeah, exactly. See, look at the win count. I'm pointing the right. Look at the win count. Protoss 16 wins, Terran 21, Zerg 40 wins. 40 wins. Chatcraft Bonjour. All right, so Herbmon is playing. I guess we'll raid him. And because he's playing StarCraft. And there you go. Then you can have more StarCraft to watch. I'm actually probably going to watch some Age of Empires myself. Wins are not legit until it passes 100. I don't know about that. Anyway, let's go say hi to Herbmon. Watch him play some Terran. And, yeah, I'll be back in a few. On Wednesday, obviously. I'll be doing my normal thing. yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're new here and you don't know, we do this every Wednesday and every Saturday. So you can drop a follow if you want to come with us again. And thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'm going to go do some dinner, get a little bit of exercise in. Maybe come back for some Age of Empires stream later tonight. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, have a good night, everyone. Take care. Hope you all have good holidays and good what have you. And